Okay, I'm about to do some gifting and I'm about to share the live too. You got somebody up here, Crash
Yeah,
Out.
I know. Hi, Crash Out. You know, you got to prepare yourself for Crash Out, child. Thank you, Nether Boo, so much. I appreciate you. Hey, Crash Out, how you doing today? Thank y'all
That
for the
dude, how
gifts.
you doing?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm okay.
All right.
Interesting topic.
The topic. So you from? What's your ethnicity again? Crash Out.
I'm a Nigerian.
Yeah, Nigeria. I gotta keep remembering that. So today's topic, Crash Out, is what makes Black Americans African?
What make Black Americans African?
Let's try to have a decent conversation today, everybody. That's my goal, okay?
Black Americans are definition of African.
Let me give you your time, Crash Out. Can you explain yourself, please?
Black Americans are definition of African. When you check their pattern, how they got into America, you you know, everything African is Black American, right? You know, it, when you check your history, how you get there in America, you know, it, you guys are the I see some Black Americans, right? The ones that consider themselves African American, right? They call themselves a super African. Have you heard about that super African? I don't know if you hear about that.
No, I
You
haven't
know,
heard of a super African.
yeah. Do you know why they call themselves super African?
Do tell.
Why the reason why they call themselves super African the way they explain it, right? They explain it, and I understand it because when them leave Africa, their ancestors leave Africa. There is nothing like country in Africa, right? There is nothing like country in Africa when they leave Africa. Because when you check the history of this country in Africa, right, the majority of them is not up to 70 years old, right? They are not up to 70 years old. Okay, are you going to tell me that those people that left Africa are no longer African? The people that you descend from that left Africa 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago. Now you are a new person entirely. You are African. Everything about you is African, you know. But nobody is calling you African. You are American today. Nobody is calling you African. You
Okay,
are a
let me
descendant of
explain.
Africa.
I know your time stopped, Crash Out. Crash Out, listen. You heard about the tree of forgetfulness, right?
Tree of what?
The tree of forgetfulness.
Yeah, I hear about that.
Okay, so if y'all walk those people around the tree of forgetfulness after y'all sold them, how would they remember anything about Africa? Don't you think y'all would have forgot about them people and that connection has been severed? Thank you, B-Rock.
Uh, host, you see, this is the way where everything when we start talking about having a conversation about all these things, right? When we start arguing with one another, right? When you make that statement like that, as if
What,
all
what
Africans,
statement?
all the family that lost their loved ones to all those whatever people that is suing them, they are there when they are doing all those tree of forgiveness or whatever they call it. It's just a group of people who did that. you know it's
But I'm
not
saying
everybody.
but my question still remains the same. After those people were, y'all sold those people and they were walked around that tree of forgetfulness. I mean, they forgot about y'all and y'all wanted them to forget about y'all. So why, after almost 500 years, come on now. You can't, them is not the same people. They don't know y'all. Do you think, let me ask you this. Do you think the ancestors, those people who were walked around that tree, put in them slave castles and on them ships and brought here, do you think they would want us to be nice to y'all? Do you think they would want to be a part of y'all? Do you think they would love
Okay.
Africa?
If you don't want to be part of us,
No, I'm saying
why?
hold on, Crash Out. It's an honest question. Do you think that they would want anything to do with them people who did that to them?
Yes, yes,
Why?
yes. They have because because today, who name you guys African American? Is he African?
It was a man named Jesse Jackson.
Is he African? Is he Black American or African?
He was a native or an indigenous. He belonged to one of the tribes.
He belong. Is he part of you guys?
No, he was a American Indian or whatever, an indigenous person. He was a card holding Indian.
Okay, okay. How will you
Oh,
guys
he was a
allow a
Cherokee.
stranger?
Thank you, the Babs. Huh?
How will you guys allow stranger to give you guys a name?
Well, we didn't really vote for it. We didn't have a choice, and then we wasn't called that. You know that's a new term. You know, in the 70s, nobody was calling us that. Wait a minute, hold on. Sweet Woofy wants. She rolled her dice. Hold on. Go ahead, Sweet Woofy.
How long you been calling yourself African in the respectable country you come from? And what is that country, sir?
Nigeria?
Oh, interesting. How long you been Nigerian and African? Has it been 200 years?
I said it earlier. Are you not listening?
I
I
was
said
saying
it here
earlier,
that
have you been African for 200 years?
uh, Africa was Africa. Let me say, 146 BCE, right? Africans have
No,
been existing. That
no.
name
Africa
Africa.
means a person that
No,
come from
I'm
a
talking
cave.
about the name. I'm talking
Africa, the
about the
name
name.
Africa come from Rome. The Romans were calling themselves Africa. So how long you, as being from the continent, been calling yourself Africa and Nigeria?
Even when your ancestors are in Africa,
Again,
have been
if
called.
you can't answer the question respectfully, say you don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean if I don't
How
want to answer?
long
I'm not
you
answering
been
the
called
question.
African? Who gave you that name Africa? And who told you your
The
name was going to
name,
be Nigeria?
let me tell you,
Do Floor
if you don't
Shore
know where the
rings a
name
bell in
comes
your
from,
do Floor Shore
are
rings a
you
bell in your head?
are you asking me a question or you are talking?
Yes. Would you like to see the woman who gave you your name Nigeria? I have her picture.
I would like to see
You
that.
see,
It's an
this is the
You would like to
problem,
educational.
see
right?
Miss
You
Yes,
Ford?
don't
yes,
keep
I
on
Hey,
fun
would.
questions.
Because I know how long Nigeria
Wait a
been
minute, hold
Nigeria.
on,
I
wait.
hey,
read the
love,
Wait a
article.
minute,
love,
hold on.
love
Okay,
squirrel,
okay.
Hold
love
on,
squirrel,
wait, everybody.
girl. Hold
Hold
on now.
on. Well, who is this? Tora Keeper?
Yeah,
Well,
you brought me up. Can
I,
I just speak for a little bit?
you wait 1 second. We doing something
No,
right
I
now.
can't wait, girl.
Okay,
Come
well,
on
fuck
now.
you. Bye bye.
Fuck you, nigga.
Okay. All right. Sweet Woofy is getting the picture, you guys. So listen, we are going to see
Now,
Mrs.
now
Florshaw.
you are googling.
I'm
You
what?
went back to Google, right?
I'm doing what?
Oh, the lady that is asking me a question.
Yeah, she getting the picture. We want to see who named Nigeria. I want to
No,
see.
see, right?
Huh? No, I have never seen the lady. You got the picture, Crash Out? Oh, let me see. Ooh, she a white tea lady? Oh
Yeah,
wow.
she is. She wrote it in the article. 130 years ago. And
Yes,
then
it
Nigeria
was.
adopted it only 66 years ago. They was proud to be Nigerians. A white lady gave them their name, Nigeria.
Okay,
And,
hold
and,
on.
and the white people who gave them their name,
Okay,
Africa
okay,
too. And yet they love it and
okay.
they accept it and they want to make the world African because the white men told them they was Africans. You know what? When you ask us,
Is that
hold
what
on,
we are
hold on. If
saying
you in
over
the United
here
States
now?
of America and literature, research is available to you. The library, been free. You
This
can
is the
go visit a
problem, right?
library
You
and
guys
ask
don't
the
stick on
library
topic.
assistants for
You don't
help
stick on
from the
topic.
hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can go visit a library. They got computers. You can literally ask any librarian for help. I work with librarians. The thing about it is, what we have right here is a paper genocide. You can go look that up, where people was reclassified and history was rewritten, as we seen in the early 2000s after the NAACP, the president, and Jesse Jackson went into office and renamed and removed the word Negro off of paperwork and put African American.
Can I see a
No,
picture of Jesse
so you asked a
Jackson?
question I'm going to 100% answer. No black American was ever considered themselves African
Host,
at
can I
that
see
time.
the picture
Me
of
being
Jesse
44
Jackson?
years old has never considered myself an African American. That is nothing that I never wrote on a paper, never checked in elementary all the way while I was even in college. There was black slash Negro on all paperwork. And this is
Madam, you
the
are
thing
singing
when
now, right?
immigrants come to America, y'all lack the intelligence to go research before you ask the people of America about their history that you lack the knowledge of. It's called paper genocide. We was reclassified by immigrants. They came to the United States. They want to take our home, our land, and our name, just like we see Africans doing today in 2026. Now, would you like to go over their history and walk to Plecker and how his immigrant ass and how your immigrant ass say the same thing and act like the same people? The only difference is he's pale skin, like your leader who gave you your name, Flora Shaw. Say her name loud. Flora Shaw.
Host,
66
can I see
years,
the
by the
picture of
way, for
Jesse
you.
Jackson?
130 years since you wrote the article. Flora Shaw is your leader. That's who you are.
Even the
Uh, ho-
definition of African
Host,
was
can I see the
the
picture of
white
Jesse
people
Jackson?
there at that time, and that land was called a bib. That was the original land, the name. So yeah, these Africans. Thank you, Sweet Wolfie, for bringing that up too.
Anytime, beautiful.
Okay, you guys. That's
Hey
very
y'all.
interesting. Hi, Bright.
I did input because I've been on a few panels.
Oh,
I'm
hold
Black
on.
American. Oh,
Okay,
sorry, go ahead.
ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. You gotta hold on.
Uh-huh.
Uh, huh?
I said yes.
Okay. All right. Good job, Sweet Wolfie. Thank you for educating the panel. Hold on,
You're
Sweet
welcome. You
Wolfie.
can smile back at me.
Huh? What am I high for today? What's wrong with me? I'm just full of joy right now. Bolo.
Man,
Oh, Crash out left with Sweet Wolfie.
how you doing, little
Wasn't a
girl?
real
How you
crash
doing,
out, was
panel?
he?
Right. Hey, Bolo. I'm doing well. What's your ethnicity for the room?
FBA.
Okay. Would you
How you
like to?
doing, Miss America? How you doing, Netable? Miss Queen?
Hey,
My my FBA queens of Foundation of Black America. Y'all the queens. How you doing, queens? And
We
don't
doing
listen to
well.
nobody when they say you ain't queens. Y'all queens.
Shout out to the queens.
Y'all are queens. You ain't for nobody else. But anyways, what makes Black Americans Africans? Nothing. Nothing. We ain't African, period. We've I don't know how many times we have to keep explaining to these people. We have 11th century buildings, 12th century, 13th century, 14th century buildings before any YT people ever came over here. We had trade routes. Go back and listen to President Carter's comments in documentaries on how he said these people were already here. These black people didn't come in the bottom of a boat. They were here long before we came. There's an agenda of my people here. And I believe that's the reason. Y'all need to really look at that. We were here. We're not you other people. And I land my plane.
All right. I didn't see any dice. Oh, go ahead, 3D. You have a rebuttal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We'll just keep his clock going. Go ahead. No, I
Yeah,
give you.
you said they're already blacks here, and what did he say? He said these people look like the Ethiopians, right? When Columbus came, it's in books documented, just describing the people and how they resembled Africans. So, like, I mean, I think you read, but you halfway read books. They literally describe the phenotypes of the people that are already here. You know why? Because Africans been traveling. Africans are travelers. There's so many of us that we actually travel. It makes sense. So yeah, that's all I have to say to that.
All right. Thank you. You want the final say, Bolo?
I have something to say. They
Go
said
ahead.
that they were Christopher Columbus called them Negroes. Okay, if he wanted to call them Africans, he would have called them African.
He literally said it looked like the
No,
Ethiopians.
he said yes, he said that, but he said they were Negroes, and he also got into description of their culture, okay, and the languages that they were speaking here, and it was not any type of African culture. And if you have any type of scholarship and you actually read instead of cherry picking, then you would know that.
I'm sorry too. I did want to rebuttal. I had dropped the phone. But yeah.
Sorry, I muted you by mistake. Go ahead with your final say.
Oh, yeah. You literally have a phone in your hand. You have the most powerful device of information. You could literally look it up on your phone, and everything that we've been telling you people is true. Why won't you just look it up and just search it for yourself? Why you keep literally keep denying what we're telling you? You think that every FBA are going to be fabricating the same stories? Our grandmothers and great grandparents and grandparents told us who we were. When Cortez came here again, when Amerigo Vespucci and all of these other people came here, they said they seen black and brown indigenous people. Not even the $5 Siberian Alaskan that came here. That's the $5 Indian. He didn't say he seen none of those people. He said he seen black and brown indigenous people. Now, I wish I could get a nail, right, and a hammer and drill this into some of these people's heads. I land my plane.
All right. Thank you. Bolo, we're going to rotate you down. Thank you for coming up. Sweet Wolfie.
What makes Black Americans African? Nothing.
Sweet
You
Wolfie is
know,
a Black American for the people in the room. Go ahead, Sweet Wolfie.
yes, I'm foundational Black American for the people in the room. What makes Black Americans Africans? Nothing. Our ancestors did not want to be called African. They made up the word Afro American, and we see how the world has colonized the word Afro. Any identity that we have for ourselves, you see the world colonize it because they're going through the identity crisis. The Greeks told them who they are, and they believed it. The young man was saying that we can't read to comprehend. If you really read to comprehend, you would know they call many nations Ethiopia. They call many before they settle and call the place that you know for Ethiopia. And if they was talking about the Ethiopians, that's Ethiopia. Ethiopians do not look like West Africans. No one would ever confuse an Ethiopian with a West African, like they not confusing a Black American with a West African in 2026. It is not until you put on our clothing, our ethnicity, our hairstyles, our taper face, our afros. Because y'all not even in elementary, middle school, or high school, y'all not wearing braids with beads. Y'all get your hair cut off. Y'all not even getting tapered. That is a Black American creation and invention. The things about it, I think that y'all are so caught up in trying to assimilate to the Western world and the Western culture that y'all forget that y'all just started getting passports not even 70 years ago, that y'all just started traveling the world. Black Americans, Negroes been traveling the world on planes because we created a long distance airplane. Charles Chappelle. I constantly say his name because y'all ignorant to the things and everything that Black Americans created and invented to make the world civilized globally. We're not Africans because if we was, Africans would have things globally, inventions and creations that the world is benefiting and trying to remove their name from. No one is trying to remove a Nigerian from a Nigerian invention. It's just not globally. No one is trying to remove an Ethiopian from an Ethiopian invention. It's just not globally. Y'all inventions is more more in your country. It's not globally like the toilet, like the modern day refrigerator, like the AC, like the automobile car. It's just we're not Africans. And that's the problem that they have, that they cannot accept that we're two different people with strong two different cultures. And we are the richest nation, not that continent with 54 countries. This country with 50.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, 3D, for your rebuttal.
Man, you're talking
3D
about
for the room. What's your ethnicity?
I'm Ghanaian.
All right, go ahead, 3D.
It's funny when Johnny come lately Black Americans talk about Africans and not having inventions. The thing with Africans is our inventions and our contributions to the world is still engraved in the fabric of humanity that you don't even think about it. So let me list out a couple of things for you. Things like surgery, brain surgery, African, smallpox, inoculation, African, iron melting technology, African, sophisticated bronze and brass casting, African, and I can go on and on. Orthopedics is African. Um, Iron agriculture itself. Um, the list goes on and on and on and on.
Okay.
Like it's actually things that make society run.
Okay, well, land your
So
plane and
y'all were funny with that.
Okay, well,
That's
hold
all I have
on.
to say.
All right.
Give us their
Hold
names.
on, sweet Wolfie. Hold on, real quick, because you got your final say. One thing I will say is shout out to everything you guys have done. You know, whatever it is you have done, we're no haters. We congratulate all accomplishments of all people, especially melanated people. So shout out to everything that you guys have done over there. That still
No,
doesn't
he's
make us.
lying.
I know. I'm
He
just
just
saying.
named Black
I mean, I
Americans
don't know if he's
inventions.
lying or not. Hold on, but
I
I'm just
do.
saying. I know, but I'm just saying. I'm sure they created something. They had to invent something, no matter what it was. But I'm not saying congratulations to what he named, but I'm just letting these people know that we not haters. If you have accomplished something or invented something, shout out to that. You know, go ahead, sweet Wolfie.
Let me tell you something. And no American is going to Africa for their doctors. Ain't nobody getting surgery in no Africa for nothing. We don't trust you. You're untrustworthy. You're not an ally. The fact is, you name Black Americans, and this is again inventions. You've seen the word African
No, these are
American, and you
Egyptian
went to Google.
inventions.
No, no,
These
no,
are
no, 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 no,
Egyptian.
no. Egyptian invention.
Hold on.
The
You got
clock
to
on the
give her her
wall is a
time.
Black American invention. The smart computer is a Black American invention. We can talk about inventions that we no longer use, like the CD player and the VCR, but we still have inventions like the touchscreen, long distance, the clear long distance phone call, the voice over internet program. These are all Black American inventions added on to the many that we've been inventing over 400 years. See, you cannot compete or compare because our inventions is global, and we are the
We
civilization
invented
that you have
math.
to. No,
We
no, no, no,
invented
no, 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 no,
math.
no, no. You're not doing your math to invent anything in 2021st century, in the
Geometry. We
2021st.
invented geometry
No,
already.
no, 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 sir, sir, sir. You're in America. You're using America math. You're using America resources, and then America had iron. Iron is native to America, dummy.
We invented
It
the
is the
calendar.
simple research that you can do if you have
The
so much research.
calendar.
You
We
Why is
invented
you
the
keep
extension
calendar.
and what?
interrupting her? I'm just gonna drop him because he obviously the
What
truth hurt. We know it hurts. We know, but
it
damn.
is? We have copper, we have diamonds, we have gold, we have fresh water, we have land. We have green acres that go on and on and on, something that you and your desert do not have. People in Ethiopia is starving. You're trying to challenge us while you're sitting in your home in the AC. And we're not sitting in a hot hut in Africa because you're the richest and you're using your resources for globally. You still haven't got those resources out the ground, sir. Go dig.
Thank you, Sweet Wolfie. Next we have Right. You said you was a Black American, right?
Yes, I am. My family's from Louisiana. I do have Choctaw in my ancestry as well, but my
Okay,
father
hold
is
on just the
Egyptian.
time. All right, you say your father Egyptian?
Yeah, Egyptian and Lebanese. So I also
Okay, so
wanted to
you're a
off.
bi-ethnic.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, well, can you say that instead of Black American?
I'm both. So that's why I
I
said
know,
both.
but when I asked, no, initially you said that you was Black American. You
I
know what I
didn't get to
mean?
finish my sentence. That's why. But
Oh,
you're correct.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm saying because some people, it's not to target you or anything. Because I mess with our bi-ethnics, especially if they're on code. But when somebody asks you, like what's your ethnicity, if you don't say that other part, it's like, how will we know? But go ahead, right, and address the prompt, please. Thank you.
I would say no. I would tell you that my family, from the Middle East would also say no. They would not consider Black Americans African either. And I wanted to come up here not to, I definitely know on the prompt, but I wanted to come in here because I've been on other panels from people that are in Africa. And I just wanted to let y'all know that not all of them are on board with these Africans that are saying this either. So I just wanted to offer that little tidbit. I've been on multiple panels, South African, Ghanaian as well. I think that dude said he was Ghanaian, that do not consider Black Americans African in any aspect, nor would they consider some people that live in Africa African either. So I just wanted to offer that tidbit to you guys, to the conversation, that, I don't know why so many of them are coming on these panels or calling out FBAs or trying to attach themselves in that way. It seems to be the ones that don't want to acknowledge or, have any ties to their country that feel the most comfortable to do that. So I just wanted to, kind of give you guys a little tidbit on what other people are thinking in the community as well.
Okay, so is that a lot of y'all that feel
A
that
lot of
way?
Arabs.
Yeah, because you Arab, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, I personally would consider someone from Egypt a North African. However, you might meet many Egyptians that do not want to be considered African in any aspect. They just say they're Egyptian, or there are different ethnicities in Egypt that they say. Like even then they themselves. Would an African, like a, stereotypical phenotype of an African that the world thinks, which is Black, would they feel comfortable going to these people and saying that they're X, Y, and Z? No, they would never. They would never. That's just the truth. They wouldn't come up to me because I don't phenotypically fit the thing and say you're African. However, I would be more African than anyone on this panel, right? So I just wanted to offer that little tidbit to y'all.
Okay, hold on, right? I think Sweet Wolfie wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk?
No, you answered the question because I want to know. She answered it. With, do Egyptians consider themselves African? Because I run into a lot of Egyptian men and women, and they do not consider themselves African in
You're
America.
right. You're right. Yep. You're right. And I don't know. And look, I wouldn't be shocked if a new wave of Middle Easterners would come over to America and try to assimilate themselves underneath the title African American. I wouldn't be surprised because at the end of the day, I love my father's land. I have no real connection or ties to it. I grew up with my Black American family. There's no inclination in me to go out to Egypt, or he's also part Lebanese, or to go there and be like, get super into the culture. It's just not my culture at this point in my life. But yeah, I am interested to see how this conversation is going to transpire, because I just think a lot more Africans from Africa are going to try to come over and start using that title. I've already seen it. We've already seen it in some of the politicians.
But
So,
right, why? We've been trying to figure out why. Why do they want to attach themselves to Black Americans?
I mean, y'all got it all downplay. I mean, you're saying all the correct things. I think they know what, I think in their minds, they're trying to think, what's the easiest group I can co-opt to? co-opt myself into. And not just because Black Americans have some ancient ancestry DNA from Africa, if they do or not. I think, our culture is just global. It's just worldwide. So a lot of people have, never ran into us, never will run into us, but sound like us, act like us, dress like us, whatever. So I just feel like they feel like they can overstep one, not just into American culture in general, but especially into Black American culture because it's just a heavy export out of America. That's my opinion. Maybe not. Everybody ethnic may have the same thing, the same opinion on it. But this is what I feel like. I feel like they are simultaneously very prideful of where they come from, but do not want to be attached to where they come from in situations where it's not beneficial.
So what's up? Why you think they come over here and call us all these derogatory terms?
I think they're jealous, y'all. I really do. I think they're jealous. I think their culture is just not relevant on the global stage. And that's unfortunate, but it's just the way things have transpired over history. A lot of these people, no one will ever know them, hear a lick about them, or care about them. And I think that is a strange mentality because it's almost like the world is telling you your country doesn't really matter. Not that it's personal, like your country doesn't really matter in a cultural sense, in an economic sense, da da da, when they're in their country and their country's, their whole world. So I don't think, I don't know. It's almost like once they enter in the global stage, it's almost like they're just kind of panicking or they just don't know how to keep up, I guess, I would say.
How do you think this whole delineation movement is affecting them?
I think that they are feeling personally victimized because such a prominent group of people who are labeled African American or African do not want to be seen as the same as them. And I think a lot of these countries, unfortunately, already get a bad rep, regardless if the country's doing well or not, if it's a second world country or a third world country. And I just think that they feel personally attacked because one, again, Black American culture is such a heavy export globally. They already feel attached to it in some type of capacity. So once they come over and, they realize that not every Black American wants to kumbaya with them, then they start to step to the side of white supremacy. Because if you can't get in with this crowd, right, they don't want you, or maybe they're seen as something else, they will side with whoever they need to side with. Because in my eyes, it seems to be like a survival tactic. That's just how I view it. Like, if you don't want to go back home, you don't want to go back to your homeland or whatever, you're going to do anything, say anything to stay in whatever new homeland that you want to be considered a part of. I personally see it as a survival tactic, but it's not going to help them. I think the Western world is having these conversations about what Nigerians, Haitians, whoever. I think the same conversations are happening globally, and not just in the Western world as well.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why do you think a lot of them come over here with that anti-Black American sentiment? Because some of them come over here, and we've been told plenty of times that they come here, to get close to whiteness. One person told us that his parents told them, to marry a white person.
Who? What was he? Do y'all know?
Was he? I want to say Ghanaian or Nigerian, one of them.
I
Because he
would
said he
say,
got disowned because he married a Black girl, and they
wow.
said they don't consider that looking not a Black American. She was from Trinidad, but a Trinidadian, whatever. But yeah.
Sorry,
So I'm
sis.
just wondering. Go ahead, American.
I'm sorry, sis. Please don't go on tea time because Netabu in the comments is gonna drop you. You guys can't go on tea time. Please don't go on tea time up here. Black Saxon, please don't, because I don't want you to get dropped. Okay.
All right, so yeah, what do you think to the anti? Because they come over here thinking all these stereotypical things about Black Americans anyway. So, where do you think that come from? What are they being taught over there on the continent about Black Americans?
So I can't say for sure 100% what they're being taught because I just don't have enough relations to the continent. But what I will say is it's baked into the culture, right? It is baked into the culture, whether
What
it's
is?
anti-blackness in a lot of aspects, not just, Black Americans, just blackness in general. Like
Can you
there's a
explain can you explain a little bit?
specifically for Arabs, like even just the color black, the connotation of it, especially in the Islamic world, is not viewed well, right? So even on that basis, you could go to say it's already baked into the culture because the color black just has bad connotations all throughout the Quran. Then on top of that, obviously, what was happening in most of these countries is that, the rich were usually inside or not working or whatever. So phenotype wise, people that were struggling or were not in this like economic sense or the wealth class, no matter where you're talking about in ancient Africa, usually had darker skin. So you have that connotation as well. Like darker skin means you were not, in these spaces with more rich people or more wealthy people all throughout their history. So I would say those two aspects already. And then as far as the modern world of Africa and African culture, it's just they believe what white people say. Okay. They'll go up and down and say they don't or whatever, da 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 da. But they most certainly do. They're not checking any textbooks, they're not fact checking shit. They're not going to, right? Because low-key, they don't really care about America. Like American culture is not theirs. They may co-opt it or whatever, but they don't really care about real American culture, real American history. It has nothing to really do with their everyday lives, except for what our governments may be doing to them.
Well, thank you so much. Hey, Mama.
Hi, baby.
Hey,
Hi,
Mama Nisi.
everyone. How's everybody?
Good.
I just stopped by to say hi.
Hi.
You know, I went back to work, so I am tired. I'm just chilling. I just stopped to say hi to everybody. That's all.
Hi. We love you.
Hey.
Love
Yes,
you
we
too.
do.
Congratulations.
I don't know what to say about all that. I'm wore out.
Well, we gotta keep on keeping on. I'm gonna call you when I get done with my live stream if it's not too late, okay?
Okay, I'm going to stay up here for a minute.
Okay, love you. Just
Love you more.
get back to it. Okay. All right, thank you. Right. So next we have Kavia. Kavia?
Kavika.
Kavika. Hi, what's your ethnicity?
I'm a melanated copper American.
Okay, would you like to address the prompt?
Oh yeah, Black Americans ask what make Black Americans African. Nothing at all. Completely different people, a different species. We can go from the artifacts. We can talk about artifacts. We can talk about from the mound builders. We could talk about from every chief that they found buried out here in Louisiana. Why wasn't they buried out there in Egypt? It's a lot of things that we could talk about that don't make us them. From all our inventions that we created, from even the writing systems, they never built any monuments. Even their writing system never evolved. So we know we're not them.
We still got a minute and some change.
Oh, I didn't know. I wasn't even looking at that. Oh, okay. Well, for my discovery, just looking at monuments, looking at artifacts, putting it all together. We are descendants of the mound builders. We built the mounds, we built the pyramids, built the first boat, brought the world agriculture. The definition of culture is agriculture. Um, it's in the blood as well. Haplogroups, we could deviate that, all of that. So, yeah, I don't have anything else to say.
All right, thank you, Kavika, for coming up. Hi, Miss Bly.
Hey loves, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing today?
I'm great. Today's my birthday, so
Happy birthday, Virgo season. I'm a Virgo too.
exactly.
Birthday.
Thank you. Our hearts gets us in
Oh,
trouble.
tell me about it.
It's like pulling rug up, honey.
Happy
Mm-hmm.
birthday.
I want to say that no, we're not. I mean, I honestly just think that I'm so glad that in my lifetime at this time, thank you all for the gifts. In this time of life, I have been able to recognize that there is a difference, and I cannot believe it took me all this time to recognize. But I have done a lot of research, and in my research of the the delineation, all that is distracting, of the delineation time of research, I come to realize that there is a difference, and I'm gonna tell y'all they delineate first. When people would mistakenly say or call them black, oh baby, they would go nuts. So I'm trying to figure out why now. Why are you trying to attach to us now? So I begin to research again, and what do I come up with? I come up with videos of Africans trying to get reparations. Not only that, it was that they tried to get us over in Africa. Oh, look at this. You could come home. Oh my God, don't you want to come home to the motherland? But all along, they are voting for someone that basically wanted to get us out of America. So they were trying to come into America and get us out of America until he had to say on the worldwide news, "Oh, I'm sorry, but those the black Americas, I can't deport them." So they wanted to switch places and it didn't happen. So now they're all over in the. Now let me ask you something, love. How you have been coming on live, I would believe for a while. How many times can you count on your finger that they have actually come in your live, communicated with you other than before now? I land my plane.
Well, actually, I started during the delineation. I've been streaming about 4 or 5 months now, so I'm pretty new to this live streaming over here about delineation and talking to these people. I was a comment girl from X, so I don't really. I'm learning as I go, but never. How about that? Since I have been streaming.
So that means that they're jumping in all of these black lives. They want to be heard. And sometimes I believe I can hear them pretty much talking to the audience, but not the black audience. They're talking to the YT audience, as in saying, you know what? I can be a better black person here. I can do this here. Look at what we've done here. And you all don't work, and you all are lazy, and you all are baby mamas and baby daddies. You're
Yep.
pew-pewing each other. They want to bring up all of the reasons why white America should choose them over us.
Hold on, you got the rebuttal. And if you want to rebut, just tap your screen and roll your dice. Go ahead, 3D.
I'll just address the last few things she said first, because that's fresh on top of mind. The reason why Africans are on TikTok and Spaces is because TikTok is a foreign app. Africans dominate TikTok. All right. The first billionaire, social media billionaire, was an African. The first, the TikTok influencer with the most followers is an African. He doesn't even say a word, but he has the most followers out of anybody on TikTok, and he actually sold his rights, and he's a billionaire now. So TikTok is an African dominated app. It's Africans all over TikTok, just like WhatsApp, just like a lot of these foreign apps. Instagram is more American based, so more Black Americans on Instagram and, and apps like that. So yeah, just to answer that question, like when Miss Love started the space, we've been on the space from day one. Same thing with Tyreek. When COVID hit and he went on Twitter Spaces, it was like 20,000 people in there. It was Africans in there calling. Africans are on social media because it's 1.5 billion Africans. So you don't have to create this whole conspiracy thing. It's not that deep. It's literally very simple. It's just numbers. It's a lot of Africans. And now the internet is vast in Africa. Africans have cell phones and we're on the internet. That's
All
all
right,
it is.
thank you. Thank you, 3D. Miss Bly, final say.
I agree with him. I agree with him. Yes, because when I started, I think last year, At first I was doing pretty much box battles. I didn't go on panels or anything on lives, but I did box battles. And you know what? I ended up in the African community doing those battles. No matter how hard I searched, I realized that Black America basically don't really be bothered with the box battles. And anybody know what a box battle is? You get on a panel and people throw coins to you and gift you for just you, I guess. But and I spent a lot of time in those box battles with them, and I was thinking they're my family, you know. We're all the same color, and that's where my mindset was. Until one day I got on one, and I was actually in a real box battle, and I think it was 50K. Whoever got 50K coins, you win. And I remember the girl said in the chat down at the bottom as I was reading, she said, now I know that I was coming in this live often. I was, throwing coins and you wouldn't believe the amount of money I spent that year. And she said in the chat, she said, we don't support Americans. Everything we get, we need it in Africa. And that's when it dawned on me. Like, are you kidding me? And from that day forward, I stepped away from the African people. I did. And now that I know what I know and all of my research and seeing all these videos with them degrading us, degrading our worth, degrading our intelligence, at this point, my mind is made up. We need to delineate because of the fact that we're not them. And we want the world to know we're not them. I'm looking forward to an FBA news station on here. I'm looking forward to a march. I'm looking forward to letting the world know, no, we are not them and we don't want to be them. We would like our original name. We would like our original classification. We don't want this reclassification that you all have been giving us.
Okay.
I land my plane.
Thank you, Miss Black. Hi Zaire, how you doing? Wait a minute. Sweet Wolfie, who is that?
This is Maureen Crock. She invented voice over internet program. That's the reason people can FaceTime, WhatsApp, be on lives, conduct live is because this Negro, this Black American queen, invented voice over internet program. She's still living. She's running the things over at Google, the engineer department. You can 100% look her up. You wouldn't even have that if her brain and her math from America didn't invent that. Her name owns that. Miss Maureen Crock. I just
Shout
want to
out,
show him who the reason why we can conduct this live. And it was a Black American who invented the microphone too. But that's besides the point.
shout out to
All
Miss
right.
Crock. Hey Zaire, how you doing?
Okay, a long time, man. I don't come here no more. Long time. How are you? You good?
Yep, I'm good. What's your ethnicity for the people in the room?
I'm a real FBA, Congolese.
Congolese. Okay, a Congolese. All right, you want to address the prompt, Zaire?
What makes Black American African? Uh, with all the scientists that this universe had, none of them have a proof that Black Americans are not from Africa. But if you want to claim that you're not from Africa, that's your choice. That's okay. That's your choice. And another thing, I never see German European. I never see Chinese. I never see Japanese say they're not from where their ancestor came from. None of them deny their ethnicity. Only one group of people, they do that all the time. It's Black American. And also, I heard somebody say, we invented this, we invented this. It don't mean if you made something a trend that become your invention. Wearing a clothes or wearing a basketball jersey or hat, it don't mean you guys invented it. You guys made it a trend. And somebody said that we wanted to assimilate the white man. Do you guys even read the history? Don't you guys know that we had whiteys in Africa? We were living in the same place before the 60s. We kicked them out. You guys didn't kick yours out. You guys wanted to assimilate. You guys wanted to drink in the same water fountain. You guys wanted to share bathroom with them. We kicked them out. We sent them back home. There were millions. We sent them back home. But you guys wanted to share the water. You guys wanted to beg them to be in the same classroom. We kicked them out of our classroom. So when you guys speak, you got to tune your tongue multiple times because you guys want to revise history. You can't change it. We gave you the civil rights because of us. MLK went to Africa to see how we did our independences. And he came back in America. That's when you guys got your civil rights.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Big Don. I saw you coming, Miss Bly. You have to shoot with you. Go ahead, Big Don. Hey, Big Don is a Black American. Well, Solon. Go ahead, Big Don.
Yeah, Zaya. So we know that that's all false. But it say what make Black Americans Africans. This the thing. Some of us might have.
Wait, you know it's your rebuttal for him, right?
Oh, I bet then. I mean, basically, everything you saying, bro, you was bluffing. You was saying that the Asians and all that don't deny theirs, but see, this the thing, bro. Black Americans is going to Africa and they getting called foreigners. So I don't know why y'all keep trying to tell us we African. Y'all need to tell y'all own people that. See, that's the thing. We can't unify with y'all because this. You guys lie to yourselves too much. You just did all that lying, talk about MLK got civil rights and all that. See, that's the thing. Y'all don't want to tell the truth that we got the position we got on the globe right now because of sacrifice. Y'all want to think we got it from some benevolent white people instead of really telling the truth. So that right there, we can't build nothing with you because you lie to yourself. That means you will be a liability in any type of coalition. So, bruh, we might have some African genetics, but as far as spirit, culture, socially, we not African, bruh. And you gotta respect that.
And I'm sorry, sis. Can I just say something real? First of all, I can't let him get away with that lie he just told. Martin Luther King went out there. Wait a minute. You're not getting away with that lie. Martin Luther King did not go out there to pick up any. Hush, demon. Martin Luther King did not go out there to pick up anything from any goddamn Y'all was getting slid like patio doors. They was tearing y'all ass up and colonizing the crap out of you over there, okay? What he did was went out there to influence people to be liberated. That's what he did. He went out there to help liberate you and teach you guys how to be liberated. Don't you come up here and tell that damn lie. You ain't gonna lie on Martin Luther King. Y'all love lying. And secondly, too, we didn't sit here and fight to integrate so we can be a part of this society. We were like, what the hell? If you gonna come over here and steal all our stuff, at least let us use it. At least treat us fairly in our country. That's what happened. Don't you dare come up here and sit up here and lie. If somebody built a damn mansion inside on your land, and tell you can't even have a drink of water.
Everybody knows you fought to be close to the white team.
Zaire, shut your demonic ass up. Go ahead and answer. Don't say nothing else to me, because I can't stand his ass.
I was not talking to you. And I don't want to talk to people that don't know nothing. Stop.
Sir, go ahead so you can get to your next rebuttal. You got multiple people who want to talk to you. Go ahead.
Man, you want me to talk or not? Why you keep shutting my mic off, man?
You ain't gonna disrespect me. I'll do it again. So shut up and just talk. Shut up and just give your answer. That's it.
Why you see why I don't come here anymore? Because people like you, man, you don't know how to let people talk.
You gotta say
just
something.
Give your answer. Hold on, Big Don. I got him. Just give your answer.
MLK went to Ghana in 1958. He went there when Ghana people were getting independence. He went there and he learned and he see how people were getting ready to get the independence. And after that, he came back to America. He went there and he was there present. He came back. Same thing with the other guy. What's his name? A Caribbean guy. Those people went to Africa to learn and to see what to do when they came back in America so they can do the same thing. Apart from that, like I said, you can call us African that we came in America because we wanted to be close to the white tea. When my dad, my grandpa, my ancestor fought them, kicked them out, kicked them back where they came from. Some of them went to Europe. Some of them went to Asia. Some of them went to Eastern Europe. We kicked them out. Nobody was there.
Okay, hold on. Save some of that. You got another rebuttal. Go ahead, Sweet Wolfie.
Yeah, this is just to prove that these Africans do not know history. He said 1958. Martin Luther King went to Ghana in 1957. That's when Ghana got the independence, dummy. It's the fact that Ghana didn't even have a passport in 1957. Yet alone, your people didn't even have a last name and never written anything down on paper. Baby, come on. Martin Luther King been on a plane before your ancestors was ever thought about the plane. Get this, Martin Luther King was on television before you ever thought about seeing a television. Let's get that together. So you wouldn't even know about anything that was happening in America. We knew about everything that was happening out there. We supported you. It was just a visit. And when Martin Luther King came back to America, he said, you know, that country is undeveloped. Let them work on being themselves and we're going to fight for ourselves. Your president at that time supported that because those are his words. We need to focus on ourselves. And it was never for you to immigrate to the United States because we didn't have civil rights. And when you talk about that Caribbean that went to Ghana, that's when we had civil rights. You're mixing up timelines. That's how stupidity you are. You don't know what happened before this time and what happened after that time. Let's just say when you still didn't have television at that time. Baby, come on. You want to look up who had been the news professor? That was a Negro. It is mighty funny that how you want to be so about the Western world. You immigrated to the Western world. You're not an African. You're an immigrant in the Western world. Know your place. You're an insecure man. And any insecure man that get on the pen and try to disrespect a whole ethnic group because you immigrated for a better life shows you are ethnical. You're sorry. Your mama was a sorry. She never had no past. Let's talk about this because it was a black American
And we
Negro
got
woman
land
who
plane.
invented the maxi pad. And it's
Oh,
a
damn.
fact that y'all don't create anything. Y'all still wipe y'all asses with your left hand and you eat with your right hand. You're uncivilized creature and you only come civilization when you're first generation born in America. You was born here, but you wasn't. So you're still wiping your ass when you go home with your left hand, like the Arabs.
Oh, I hope not. Go ahead, Zaire. You can respond. Then we have Miss Bly, and we moving on.
With all the insults and disrespect thing that the lady said, I'm not even gonna go back and forth. My mom was a university professor. I know nobody in your family has the level my mom had, and also, like you said, 1957, 1958, the same thing. So you can't deny that the reason why they went there to learn, to get the knowledge, and they came back after 6 years. That's when you guys got your civil right. So you can't deny that. You can't. It's in the Google. It's everywhere. And another thing you said, you guys keep bringing. Oh, we come here. African are moving in mass. No, Africa has 1.5 billion people, and the majority of people still live in Africa. So I don't know when you guys keep saying that we want to come here and live. The people that come here, they already had better life back home because you're not gonna afford a $5,000 plane ticket or visa if you don't have it back home. So the people that you see around here, they're not poor. They came from decent family. As myself, I came from a decent family, and my people came here in 1977. I think none of you guys were born. Maybe Loves where she was born, but the rest of you guys, none of you guys were born. So you can't tell me nothing. I know where I came from. I know my people, and we didn't came here to be close to the white team. You guys still live with the white team. You guys beg the white team. You guys cry for the white team. So you can't deny that. Everybody knows that. Everyone knows that black.
Can I address the prawn host? Not even going to talk quite yet.
Not your turn. You just be patient. Zaire, shut up. It's not your turn,
Be
Ruby.
respectful, American. Be
Listen,
respectful.
I don't care. I don't have to listen. I'm being nice to you, but I
If
don't
it's,
have to respect.
I know you
I'm being
disrespect
nice to
your
you up
husband.
here, but I don't have to respect you. Who the fuck are you? I love TikTok shop. Zaire, don't play with me up here because I said I was gonna be
This
nice
is the
today,
only
cool,
place
calm, and
you
read. Put
show
you
your
gonna make
muscle.
me. I'm telling you, don't make me go there with you. Please don't. Now, don't say nothing else to me. Stay your ass on the mute. It's not your turn. Dotis,
Goddess,
Goddess, how you doing? What's your ethnicity?
foundational Black American.
Okay, thank you. Would you like to address the prompt and 3D? You tag me in some more shit at me again, and your ass getting dropped and blocked. Now play with me if you want to. I'm not your kids. Go play with your kids. You ain't gonna play with me.
Hold on, American. It's actually.
Dotis.
Hold on. It's actually
Oh,
Miss Bly rebuttal.
okay. I apologize.
Okay.
It's okay.
Miss Bly's rebuttal, since the Chinese isn't here to speak, I just want you to listen to something if you don't mind. Nobody's ready for it in 2025 except for those who already seem to fucking know it. Black people are the aboriginals of every continent. Dark-skinned people are the aboriginals of every continent. Native Americans migrated over the ice bridge from Siberia, that would be Asia, and became what we now know as Native Americans. Yes, they.
And to anybody, future guests, I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Please ask to play audio due to
Oh, my fault.
copyright laws.
My fault. But what I was see, because I think that um I'm just I'm so sick and tired of them talking about what they did. I mean, it's annoying because whatever they did, whatever they did, I cannot fathom what they did. I can't. I mean,
Okay, you gotta
it
land your
didn't move
plane
nothing.
too.
It didn't move nothing.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming up. I'm gonna rotate you down too, Miss Bly. Thank you. Zaire, final say.
Finally say, this lady played a video that's very pseudoscience. Nobody even think like that. Only FBAs, dummy FBA, that think like that. And like I said, the majority of our people still live in Africa. You can claim that 1.2 million people in America, or they want to take over your country. What's missing from you guys to prosper? What's missing from you guys to become the number one? I thought you guys say you have 2.3 billion, 2.3 trillion buying power, that the money goes to the YT and the Chinese. When you guys go buy your hair and your makeup, that's where you guys go spend your 2 trillion trillion dollars. But we don't see it in your community. We don't see it in the kids that don't know how to read in 12th grade. We don't see it in.
We don't want to go there, do we now? On
We
literacy,
don't want to.
on
We don't
literacy
see the.
rates.
We don't see the
Hold
2.3
on,
trillion in
but
your
do we
community.
really want to talk about literacy rates now?
You see, when I say the truth and it hurt, true
Oh
hurt.
no, it
Like I said,
doesn't hurt because it's not the truth. Like
we
helicopter
African are
say,
not
you
African are
like
not the one that
helicopter
claim.
say.
African are not the one that
Hold
claim.
on, because you don't want me to talk about the literacy rates now. And like helicopter say, you can give our 2 and 3 year olds a phone, and they'll be able to text somebody basic words. So it doesn't even matter what you say, But never talk to a Black American about literacy rates, okay? Do this.
Yes, yeah.
And what's your ethnicity?
Foundational Black American.
All right, would you like to address the prompt?
Yes, I would. What makes Americans Africans? Nothing. We have, most of us have European in us as well. We're not European. We not white. Difference is they got more melanin, but we are an admixture of people due to circumstances that we always talk about. So that's my answer to the prompt. But even further, when you look at the older maps, the area that they were catching the slaves from was called Judah land. So I dare to say we were never really those Africans. We were more Middle Eastern Africans that migrated due to Rome, taking over that area at that time. That's my answer to that. And what's on my mind is that I realize that all of the other nations, and especially the melanated nations, Africa, there's no unity there. We are the most unified melanated people on the planet, the foundational Black Americans. The rest of these people, I realize what's going on. They come over here and they say all the same things about us. It's the government. They're plants. It's a coup. See, we don't have the weapons or most of the money. We got more money than every other melanated people. But what we have, they can't stop. We're the pulse of this planet. And our inventions make this world go round. We're not talking about our culture or what we wear or nothing like that. How come these people can't look up Thomas Elkins and copy his pattern and get some toilets? Yeah, I'll land there.
You guys are now Middle Eastern.
Oh,
This
okay.
funny.
Zaire. I mean, not Zaire. 3D. Go ahead.
Man, I'll address the whole Black or African aspect of it when it's my turn. But when y'all keep talking about inventions, y'all don't realize we are Africans. Let me read out some more inventions for y'all. High-speed modems and DSL. Victor Lawrence, a Ghanaian, they used his technology to manufacture the chipsets for DSL technology. Fiber optics. Thomas Mensah, Ghanaian. He patented a faster way of manufacturing fiber optics. Internet infrastructure. Mobile money
It's
revolution.
two
That
other
was a
white
Kenyan.
men on that
Hold
pattern.
up,
It is
hold
two
up,
other white men on that pattern. He
hold
did
up,
not do that alone, and he did
hold
it in the
up.
United States of America
Y'all know
after
very
Black
well how
Americans
white.
already
Come on, why
invented
she
it.
cut me off in my turn?
It's two other white men. Name the
What
two other
she?
inventors on that pattern. Name the two other inventors. Name
Ma'am,
the two, sir. Name the
why
two
you
other.
cut
If
me
you're
off
gonna
on
tell
my
the
time?
be truthful about it, and did he invent it in Ghana? Or did he invent it in the United States of America with two other white men? Yeah, the white man. Did he invent that in Ghana, or did he, or the ones that you named, invented it after Black Americans and invented it
Miss
in the
Love, you
United
allow
States
her to
with
just
two white
take up
men,
my entire
with
time.
two white T men, with two white T men?
She
Name
stop
the two
buffering.
white T men that's
Hold on,
I'm not
also
Sweet
even
on that
Wolfie.
buzzing
pattern.
her.
Hold on, Sweet
Name
Wolfie.
the two white T men
Wait a
on the
minute.
pattern.
Hold on, Sweet Wolfie. 3D. Name them.
There's first of all, whitey men put their names on things. If you saw a whitey man name, doesn't mean he invented anything. Y'all know how whitey men do, like Thomas Edison did for John Carver. Whitey people do shady stuff like that all the
How we
time.
know that's
So
true though?
I,
How we know if they names on the patent? Why wouldn't he?
I
Why?
don't know what pattern. I don't know what she's talking
I'm
about.
go ahead, Wolfie. You want to
The
explain it to
fact
him?
is, a Ghanaian created this technology.
Wolfie, you want to
Okay,
explain it to
No,
him?
he did
that's
not.
a
You want
fact.
to look up Maureen Crock again and what she invented and what year? You
Man,
want
I
to,
have
immigrant?
80 other inventions to go through. You
Baby,
just
you
wasted my
have
time.
80, we have millions.
If you give me a whole day, I will
No,
list
no,
out
no.
all the
It's
African
our
inventions.
name. It's not no
That
white
is
tea.
some
It's
great.
not no gathering with a white tea. When a white tea stole
Ma'am,
from us, they stole. They
ma'am,
didn't add
I
our
got
name
more stuff.
along
I
with
got
it.
more
They
stuff to
didn't put
list
our
out
name
if you just
aside.
give me my
They
time
didn't
back.
make a no dollar with us. Our name would never go
Why is
side
she
to side
allowed to
with a
just cut
white
me off
tea
and be
because you're lying.
unhinged
You're
and be
lying. You're a liar.
triggered?
You're a liar. You're
Just
a slave trader.
hating
You're a
on Africans.
slave seller.
You
You're
just
a
hating
liar.
on
You're a
Africans.
colonizer. You're colonizing and slaves your own people. And now you're trying to
You're a
colonize and
you're
steal
a
history
hater.
Guy
in
speak, man.
America.
Why you don't let the guy speak?
You're
Let
a
the guy speak.
Because
hater
he's a
because that's
liar
what they
like you.
do. The truth. They try to
Name
ambush
them.
the
Look
truth.
it up.
She
Okay.
Look
ambushes
it
the
up.
truth.
Okay.
Look
Well,
it up.
hold on. If it's an additional white person name on that invention, it can't belong to you.
She's lying about that. There's ain't no white
Well,
person
yeah,
invented what
No,
I
everybody,
just
she's
said.
not.
everybody fact check it.
I'm about to get the names right now because she's not lying.
What was the technology I said? What was the technology I
I
said?
said, wait a
We
minute,
go.
because I'm about to get it right now.
What was the technology? I just want to know that part. If you were even listening to me, or y'all just want to be combative.
We don't do that here.
What was the
It
technology?
was invented by a black American lady. Who said that here on the panel?
Nobody. Hold on. Well, we gonna come back to it.
The
I
technology was
just
fiber optics. What he said, it
no,
was
that's
fiber
not what I said.
optics.
Which
I
one are
said
you
one
That
of
is
talking
what you
about?
what I
said.
said before that was what.
It's
Okay,
two
go.
white men on the fiber optics. They didn't
No,
invent.
no,
He
What's
she
didn't
don't
what's
invent
even
their
know
us.
what you
what's
said,
their
bro.
name? What's their name?
Why you didn't look? Why you didn't look it up? I put it in the comments. Fish boy.
I thought y'all doing
I
the
He
put it
said
in the
research.
comments.
he said
I
it's in
put
the
it in the comments.
comments.
Why don't you scroll? I put it in the comments.
And how did they
Scroll.
Nothing. I
contribute?
got the names right here.
How did
Now
they
you be
contribute?
honest
What's
and
the
say what they
technology?
are.
What's the
We
technology?
shouldn't
You don't
have to go
remember?
and dig for them.
What's that
I
Don't
said
come off
technology?
your
Hold
I
on.
Ruby.
said
Wait a minute. Hold on.
manufacturing
Hold
fiber
on.
But you know
optics
Ruby,
what?
don't talk
manufacturing.
over me. Wait a minute. What's the technology y'all looking for, American? Just to be clear, y'all got the right
Fiber
thing.
optics,
What
like he just said.
are you talking about? Fiber
What
optics?
about fiber optics?
Are
You
you
just
talking?
said fiber.
Are you talking
Y'all don't
about?
listen. Y'all just
Hold
being
on.
combative.
Listen. You know, y'all just. I swear to God. Are you talking about fiber optics?
I said fiber optics manufacturing.
Fiber optics manufacturing. What is
Okay.
Yeah,
that?
see, they just want to be combative
Wait
and
a minute,
be
hold
like
on. What exactly is
wild
hold
animals.
on, hold on. Damn, shut up. God damn. We moving on. God damn. Fucking no impulse control.
But you were quiet when those lady were
Listen,
talking,
I
though.
was nice to him. I was just trying to stay calm, okay? They want to know if it's white people name on them things, we do not count them. You cannot sit up here and tell all these tales about inventions that you share with other people. I don't like to be getting over talked like that. That's rude. Rude.
Yeah.
What's your ethnicity?
I'm 23 and I'm Kenyan.
All right, you want to address the prompt?
Yeah. You know what? All I have to say is, look, I would like to think we are the same, but I've been told, right? I used to think I was black, but I've been told multiple times, you're not black, you're from Africa, you're not like us. And you know what? Miss Bly made some good points when she said herself, hey, you know what? I went in a panel, I think she said, and some people were against her or whatnot, or some people were talking down on her. That's not, that's not what everyone thinks, right? So you can't let what a group of people did to you kind of dictate what everyone in the group thinks, right? I don't think everyone thinks like that. Sure, there's some Black Americans that think we're all just African booty scratchers. There's some Africans that think you guys are just gangsters and lowlifes. It works both ways, right? But I hope we can get to a point where we work together. I would like to say we have a common enemy, but I might get a lot of hate for saying that as well too, right? We do have a common enemy in Africa. It's not we disagree on this, right? And I know we heavily disagree on this. You can argue, some people sold us and da 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 da. You know what I mean? I think that's a way to kind of divide us. But you know what? Most of you have made up your mind. You think we're the ones that sold you, even though Europeans are known for, they had their war tactics. What they did was very well planned out, right? They came to countries, they bribed some people, right? They took Africans by force, right? both ways, right? They took Africans by force and they brought them here. And some of you are. There's a diaspora of you guys who are mixed with natives, you know, Mexicans. It's a whole mix. So you guys don't have to identify as African, right? You guys are your own people, FBAs, as you call it. I hope there's a day where we can all get along, you know what I mean? And Africans and black people can do business together because that's how the international business world works. We have to sit together and draw peace, right? Instead of keeping divided, you know, for all this time. I don't know if my time is up, if you want to interject, but I still have more to say.
Somebody go ahead, JT. I'm just getting back.
Yeah, so it's interesting that, and a shout out to the peace to the room. What's interesting, bro, I don't know you. You had your submission, but what's interesting to me as a black American is y'all want unity with us, and you're telling us the only way this works is if we come together and do business with each other. If you're an African, you know full well the issues with tribalism and xenophobia on the continent of Africa.
Right. Tribalism is a big issue.
Hold
I
on,
agree with
bro.
that.
Hold on. So to us, we've never had a problem where we've ostracized anybody from our community. We've been very inclusive, and we've actually allowed everybody who's melanated to come here and
Hold
benefit.
on. I can't mute Zaire. He's doing something to his mic. I'm about to drop you. Go ahead.
I appreciate it. So, we've been very inclusive by allowing anybody and everybody who's melanated to come here and be able to benefit from our sacrifices as Black Americans, right? At the same time, bro, over on the continent of Africa, it's 54 countries over there. All of you guys have resources up under your feet that you can use to make Africa great again.
Right.
But rather than doing that, rather than it being an outcry amongst African nations for unity and really like walking that walk, y'all come over here and wag your finger at us about unity and try to force us into this Pan-African unity, because you know and understand that we don't get anything from you as an African immigrant. When you come over here, there's no way that we can benefit from you. All the benefiting is going to be on your side. That's why Black Americans are pushing back and saying, no, we've been doing this way too long and we haven't got anything for it. So it's time to cut out this BS. We want Africans to join Africans and show us what it looks like to unify on the continent of Africa. Then when you guys can come to the table with something, then we can talk about unity over here.
Okay, good. All great points, bro. So I mean, first of all, look, we also, everyone goes through their own struggles, right? Africans have their own struggles for the reasons as to why they're not a prosperous country right now, right? Obviously colonization and neo-colonization. Neo-colonization is not a myth, it's a real thing, right? So that occurs when, for example, you look at Thomas Sankara, leaders like that, and Mohammed Gaddafi and people like that. What they tried to do in Africa was to be able to create an African currency, such as like the same thing as the US does, right? The US has the global US reserve currency, and everyone uses that currency, right? Because they're the trade king, because they colonized the world after World War II, right? That's how it works. The resources we have, there's been a few leaders that have been assassinated for trying to implement these kind of ideas, right? The U.S. just comes in, they kill the leader, chaos.
I love TikTok shop on the live. You cannot. Do you know TikTok friendly language?
My bad, man. I don't know. On the live, I'll use on the live.
Right, please, thank you.
Right, sorry about that. So sorry. The Europeans came in and they unalive any leader because obviously, like African Americans, like you guys over there, you don't have you don't have like the military, for example, like all these crazy massive institutions are all owned by like mostly whites, Jewish, and I wouldn't particularly say they're owned by African Americans, right? Because they're the ones that colonized the country, right? They're the ones that created those institutions. Now, FBAs are also,
just to let you know, we prefer Black Americans. Don't nobody in here like to be called, not that I know of, African American. Okay.
African Americans, you said?
No, Black Americans. We prefer
Black Americans. Sorry, yeah, Black Americans, right? Okay. So it's the same thing over there. Like Black Americans can't just, as a community, decide to go and conquer another country or to go overseas and work on trade, right? As Black Americans, right? So you would need someone in power that's Black American, that owns the institutions, that, you know, has an ownership in the military or things of that nature, right? So just translating back into Africa, for example, if we try and take over our own resources, right? What's going to happen again is the same thing. It's neocolonization. They're going to come here. They're going to kill the leader, install their own puppet leader.
Unalive.
And
The wording, the wording.
sorry,
You have to say
Unalive.
unalive.
so I'm my bad. I'm not on these lives so much. That's why I don't know. But my bad. So unaliving. So like and we also have I also wanted to mention Liberia, right? That is a country that at one point
You out there in your
African
plane. I'm
American,
sorry. You got
sorry,
that.
Black Americans were allowed to come over to Africa and have their own piece of land. That it was a movement. I forgot
We
what the
already
movement
know about
was.
that. Hold on. I got to land it for you. Go ahead, Sweet Wolfie. Is she not here? Go ahead, Extra.
So go, yeah. Some guys wanted to talk. Go ahead.
I wanted to say this. I wanted to speak to two things. Now he's saying about these African leaders, and you know they always say that America come over there and unalive their African leaders and install somebody else. I only know of one African leader that's been alive allegedly, and it was under the Obama.
All right. You breaking
Number
up,
one, we're gonna
ma'am.
say that. Number two,
Yeah,
ain't no.
no.
You got to let her finish. Hello? All right, ma'am. We're going to.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm at home. I had to turn my Wi-Fi on because I was still on my cellular data. The only African leader that I understand that was publicized that, you know, allegedly, I'm gonna say this allegedly because I don't know all the details, but that was the guy in Libya, and that was under the Obama administration. So that was African on African crime, number one. Number two, it's a lady that's on my page, and I wish I could invite her over here. I'm gonna have to find her. She lived in Ghana, so we will never be able to do no business with these African people because she said that over in Africa, things might be $3 for the local and $10 for the foreigner, and they consider us as foreigners, Black Americans, when we come over there to the country. So many people that has lost their investments over in, you know, Africa, trying to do business over in Africa, purchase homes. Because I know that in Ghana, African Americans stimulate Black Americans. Let me not say African Americans. Black Americans stimulated their economy by $5 billion. That's when they started to go into that AU6 and all this other stuff. I want to say something to the guy. I don't know if he's still up here when he's talking about our spending power. Our spending power is not just what you think it is. We invest, we buy land, we buy real estate, we do all of that. That's a part of that spending power, not just things from the white man. And, you know, a white man ain't never stopped me from doing anything. So this oppression shit that y'all talking about, I don't understand that. And also, I want to say too, these hoods and stuff that y'all think we live in, we don't live in them hoods because when the Civil Rights Act came through and we got the Fair Housing Act, Black people bought them cribs. They moved up to middle class. They moved out of those hoods. They left them vacant for you guys. So when y'all come over here, because it's expensive to live in America. It's very expensive. And you saying that the people that was well-to-do that came over here, they was well-to-do over there in Africa. A lot of missionaries, I'm gonna let my point. A lot of missionaries and white churches paid for them to come over here too, not the rich from Africa.
Can I respond?
Okay, you can have your final say.
So I mean, look, yeah, everything you're saying is valid. I don't want to disagree, and I don't want to put words in your mouth as well. In the '60s, and the '80s, and the '50s, and in the '40s, even there were super really smart Black Americans in the country, and you would see this profoundly. I mean, they were very well educated. They had this is before like and let me not and I hate getting into this point because a lot of you might get offended when I talk about like rap culture and all those things that came later on in the 90s and so on and so forth.
Hold on. Hold
Sorry,
on.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you something. What type of culture is it over there where people pooping in the street and eating monkeys and boiling poor monkeys? What kind,
Where did you see that?
what you mean? Why would I say that?
No, where did you see that?
What do you mean? Where did I see it? Everywhere.
Where, for example? So I can go and see myself because I haven't
Oh,
seen it,
it's
but
all over online. So
like
let me tell you what type of culture, and you people put that online, not us. But what
Right.
kind of culture is that?
I haven't seen that culture. If you
What
want to show
country
me
you
a
say you
video,
from?
I'm from Kenya.
Oh, you really? People don't poop in the street in Kenya. Only Nigeria and South Africa. And it's not the South
Ma'am,
African.
I'm
It's
just saying I don't
Nigeria.
know.
You never heard of that though? You never heard of the open defecation signs and stuff all throughout
Open
Africa?
open defamation,
Open defecation. That's what I
open
said.
defecation.
Yeah. You don't know
Uh
about them laws they had to put
like
in place.
if someone wants to go and shit on their streets, man, like
But what
I don't know.
culture would you say that is?
It's not particularly like any kind of culture.
I
It
mean,
might be maybe
because you mentioned rap culture, but I'm trying to figure out what culture does that have to be? And what about the monkey meat? What
the
type of
monkey
culture
meat.
is that? Yeah, monkey.
Eating monkey meat, you
Yeah,
said?
eating monkey and eating dogs. What type of culture would you say that is?
Uh I don't know. Maybe you could call that count. I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of
You said
culture is
what
that.
kind of culture?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of culture that is.
Well, how about bush meat? What kind of culture is
Bush
that?
meat?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there might be some people that eat that kind of stuff, but that doesn't really
No,
dictate to what I'm gonna say.
but it's not a name for that type of culture. Those behaviors.
No, but like, what's the name then? I don't know. I haven't heard of it.
I'm
Like, if there
asking
is one.
you. Maybe we should give it a name.
What do you want to name it? I don't know.
I don't know. Gotta
Yeah,
take some thought. Hold on,
but
sweet
anyways,
Wilson. Go
but
ahead, sweet
anyways,
Wilson.
can I
No,
just
hold
You know
finish?
what's
on.
funny? My
Yeah,
best friend is from Nairobi. So it's interesting being the only Black American in a lot of Kenyan settings. And sweetheart, I speak and I understand Swahili. Baby, I've been around the Tanzanians and the Kenyans and everything. So let's go on this little history journey because I was around the Kenyans in the early 2000s when they first came over here. You know they acted like some 304s in their own little community in Houston, Texas, by the way. We know y'all like the what the to go where a majority of black people, Houston, Atlanta, and DC. But I ain't want to speak about Kenya because I can and y'all unethical culture of 304s in America. Y'all don't have ladies and y'all stink. But that's besides the point. And y'all have a hard time comprehending. It's funny how y'all assimilate to white tea, but you always get the fat out of shape white tea women. But that's besides the point. But let's get on history because you mentioned history a little. This is Robert.
Mm.
Robert purchased 160 acres of land from King Peter in Liberia. It was free people of color and white tea, Caribbeans, free people of color who immigrated to Liberia over 200 years ago. They're not the people who was emancipated in the United States of America. Please stop trying to rewrite history because everybody has been on 160 acres of land by now. And 160 acres that was sold for pew pew, bubblegum, and alcohol. And he signed his King Peter name on the archives, on the documentation. So 160 acres, less than 5,000 survived. Yet you want to say they gave black Americans. They did not give black Americans. They got jealous of the black Americans or the free people of color that went out there. You know, one thing about it, you said that black Americans need to build. We have built more than your ever country, Kenya, can ever see. Y'all still walking on banana leaves when you get married, for God goodness sakes. But that's besides the point. On dirt roads, by the way, but that's besides the point. The thing about it is we have companies that have been standing longer than Kenya didn't have its name Kenya. It's the fact that you don't even know about the companies that have been standing for over 150 years. Black they wouldn't even have red line on intimate domain if black Americans didn't build. They wouldn't have nothing to take from us if we didn't build. If we didn't build, you wouldn't be in America trying to assimilate like an American and forgot all your culture in Kenya. Baby, when the last time you been home, oh, you one of those teens with the fake social security number, the fake documentation, and get deported? Because I know a lot of Kenyans are getting deported in Houston, Texas. Are you? Are you one of the fake Kenyans that came over here for vacation and overstayed your visa? Are you?
No, not
Are
really.
you? Because we got a lot of Kenyans in America, in Houston, Texas, that came over here either on a school visa, on a vacation, and overstayed their visa and not walking around with fake IDs. Baby, I am all up in that community.
Is that
They go
I
to
haven't
Lakewood
said
Church,
I
and
didn't say
after
that's a
that,
good
they
thing.
some 304s. They ain't. I'm a preacher kid, so I can really tell you, y'all not lady like a man like. So, are you one of those kings with fake documentation? Because I know the community full of them in Houston.
All right, thank you, Sweet Wolfie. You can answer that
No,
and give
not
your final
personally.
say.
Sorry.
Go
No,
ahead.
can I say something?
Go ahead, give your final say.
Uh,
But you want to? She wants you to answer her question.
no, I think she asked me if I'm one of them students that's on the visas. No, man. I have a citizenship. But anyways, moving on to what I was originally gonna say.
Yeah, you left off at hip hop,
Yeah,
rap
all
country.
listen,
Go
all
ahead.
I was saying was, and this was a clear trend, right? It's not like I'm talking out of my ass. In the
Mm-hmm.
50s and 60s, you did have FBA inventors, and you had all these crazy geniuses that were in from the Black American community that did lots of crazy, that did lots of important things for the community, right?
Uh-huh.
All to my point, all I was saying is that, look, yes, even in Africa ourselves, yes, there are people that consume disgusting culture, and there's people that bring ourselves down, and that's in every society, that's in every civilization, right? We're not perfect, right? All I was saying was is that yes, even in America, there's instances, and you can
Let me ask you something, Ruby. When you going
yeah.
home and fix your country and help them fix your country?
That you know what? Currently, that's what I'm doing. You know,
Mhm.
my family has a farming business, and we also have like an education business. And the education business, what it does is we're going around it's called CES, and you can search this up, CES, right?
Mhm.
And it's for education, and it's to help kids in Africa
Okay,
receive
but when you
education, right?
going back?
When am I what?
When you going back to help in
When
Africa?
am I going back?
Yeah, to help boost
Honestly,
up Kenya.
could probably in the next like 5 years, I would say, to be
And you gonna
honest.
stay there for good?
I do, like, that's my homeland, and I believe in that, and like I would say I'm a Pan-Africanist, right? And I believe in making our continent great again,
Oh,
because we have
okay.
lots of resources. And you know what? There's a lot of issues in Africa, right? And it's more so to do with leadership,
No,
and there's a
not
lot of things.
tribalism. How many?
Tribalism is a big play, because you know what? All these countries that we live in were not created
Wait,
by
how many
us.
tribes y'all got over there in Kenya?
It's a lot, and it's a lot, and it's on purpose,
I'm
right?
talking
These
about in
tribes weren't
Kenya, the
created by us.
country. How many tribes y'all got over there?
It's a lot. It's countless. Like, I couldn't even tell you. It's like
Countless.
in the
How
I
many?
can
How many languages
a lot of languages, probably over 50 languages.
in that one country?
Yeah, even just in Kenya itself,
And
there's
you
so many
said
tribes.
countless tribes. How many people is it in Kenya? You think?
There's about 50 something million people in Kenya,
And it's 50
and it's that
languages.
much. Yeah, that's how much tribalism destroys our continent. That's a
Black
valid point we're talking
Americans.
about.
Can y'all imagine it being 50 languages for our ethnic group?
Nope.
Like,
No, that's why they can't comprehend each other now.
Hard to work together.
That's why we the most unified on the planet.
And you know
And our
what? There's
numbers
a
has never declined in getting college degrees, businesses, banks. Could y'all imagine we have more banks than Kenya?
wait a minute, hold
You have
on,
more banks.
Ruby.
Sorry, no. Sorry,
Ruby.
it's Tree Wolf. You said who has more banks, Americans or Black Americans?
We are Americans, period.
Sorry,
We
We
are
okay.
mix.
Americans, but black
Whether we
Americans, the people say.
Sorry, you said
right,
Black
it's
Americans.
obvious we're the black Americans, but we're Americans, so it don't
Right,
matter.
right.
Whatever's
So
going on
as
here is
Americans,
still
right?
our shit. It
It
don't
matters
matter.
because America doesn't accept you as Americans.
We don't give a
Hold
No,
shit.
no, they
on,
don't
We
hold
are
accept
on,
you as
y'all.
an
American.
immigrant.
Hold on. Okay, y'all, let's wrap that up. But I hope y'all get the tribalism and maybe hopefully one day y'all all can come together and make some stuff happen as one group of people. Ruby.
No, hopefully it is. And I just wanted to address one more thing. And you know what? Because I've been told many times, "Yo, you're not black." So I've also been distant from my community. Just like I've heard some people say, you know what? Some Africans have said this and that, and they've distanced us from their community.
I
Right?
see
It's
you
the
now.
same thing. Like, I'm a young kid, and I'm coming on these panels, and I'm being told as soon as I'm entering the panel, I'm being called this and that. I'm even
Well, you
just in
can
these
blame
comments.
you. Who calling you that? Black Americans?
Yes, I've been
But
called.
you can blame. I'm sorry. I have to
Like
break
I've been
it to
reading
you.
all these
Hold
comments.
on,
Go ahead.
Ruby. I'm sorry. I got to break it to you that way. That's going to happen because of the history, and your people, what they do. You know what I mean? So, just be a good person. But you already got white talking points. Hold on, American. You wanted to say something?
I was gonna say, and this is the reason why their argument about the "you guys are African" thing is non and void. Okay, you have over 50 different tribes in one region and one little area or country, and so when they come with this argument, the "you are African" thing, tell us from what tribe. You can't even tell us from what tribe because there's so many different ones. So how can you specifically say that we are African? You don't even know what damn type of African we are. Y'all don't even know. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make sense. It
Right. I
doesn't
mean,
make any sense at all.
my
It and
response.
it's a like I said, it's a non and void argument.
Right. Right. Hey, you
No,
know
no,
what?
it's we got to get to the other people. We spent a lot of time here. You can hold on. You can stay, and maybe you'll get another chance or whatever. Somebody and maybe want to. Maybe you can rebut and ask somebody something. But we got to move on. Extra. Oh, Dolis, I'm gonna rotate you down. Thank you for coming up.
Oh, I just want to say this one thing to the Kenyan guy because he said he was
No,
doing
it's your
something.
turn, ma'am.
Oh,
Would
it's
you like
my
to address the prompt?
for me.
Yes,
Okay,
it's your
yeah.
turn.
What makes it says what makes Black Americans African? Nothing. Nothing. We're not
Okay.
Africans.
All right, go ahead. Is
We're not
that
Africans.
water? Is you washing dishes or something?
I was
Okay.
in my bathroom washing my.
Okay, that's so much noise. Ma'am, can you cut the water off, please?
I
3D,
cut it off.
all right, thank you. 3D, you can't come back up here today. You had me come out my body. I'm not playing with you today. Go ahead, extra.
Okay, I just wanted to say this. In Kenya, there's like 11 million children between the ages of 6 and 18 that do not attend school. So the Kenyan guy, he said something about education. To all the Kenyans that be on these panels fighting with us and stuff like that, y'all need to fix that situation. Y'all need to get those babies in school. That's all I want to say. Get them babies in school over there. That's 11 million children that's in school. And then they'll bring them over here and it just like overexerts our children in school because they're not going to school over in Kenya, but they have to come over here and get in school in America. And then, that blocks our children's learning because now the teacher got to focus on them to catch up. And, our children is sitting there, need to be moving forward. That's why these people don't need to come into our country because they don't go to school and their children don't go to school. And, and our property taxes pay for them schools. So we want our children to be educated, not to be waiting on your kids to come into our school. That's all immigrants too. That's not just Kenyans. That's all immigrants that come in, Mexicans and all of them. But that's all I wanted to say. Host, thank you for letting me speak. I'm gonna go ahead on and drop. But
Okay.
you guys keep the conversation going. This is a great conversation. I'll be listening.
Thank you,
All right,
extra,
y'all.
extra. And
You're
also,
welcome.
for the record, like extra, extra said, we're not singling out any immigrant group. We talk to the people who come up on this stage, but we're talking about immigration as a whole, from white to black. It don't even matter. Well, melanated. It don't matter where you come from. If you don't come from here, we talking about you. Okay. Next we have JT. Hey, JT.
Up, sis? How y'all doing in here this evening?
I'm doing good. JT is a Black American. Would you like to address the prompt?
I sure will. Black Americans, what makes Black Americans Africans? We're not Africans. I think that's a general consensus among Black Americans. I think there was a time where we were trying to identify as Africans just to kind of like pull together this Pan-Africanist ideology. But I think coming in contact with actual Africans from the continent and seeing the tribalism and the cultures that are extremely xenophobic that's been on the continent for centuries, what we realize is that there is no flat Black African identity. All Africans delineate themselves from each other, and most certainly us. You can have two Nigerians living right next door to each other that won't get along because one is Igbo and one is Yoruba, right? So this whole idea that we're Africans, kind of really erases and negates the fact that we've been over here at least 500 years if your ancestors came from Africa, and we've had our own ethnogenesis. If
Hey,
y'all hear that noise,
yeah, you got a lot of noise.
yeah, I'm outside walking around. I live in Louisiana. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Um, so we've had an ethnogenesis. We've been here 500 years. We developed our own history, heritage, lineage, and culture. And I think that's hard. That's a hard concept for a lot of Africans to understand because Pan-Africanism has been what they've been taught about us.
Okay,
I'll land
JT.
with that. These
Hold up.
insects.
Yeah. It's a lot of them, huh?
It is.
Jesus. Don't get bit. What's your name? Isnana?
Yes.
All right. What's your ethnicity?
Black, you would say, or African.
You said what?
African.
What country do you come from, sir?
Cameroon.
All right. Would you like to address the prompt?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I think that Black Americans are African. I have a few elements to prove it to you. Many Black Americans have paid for a test, right, to tell their origins, right, and they get the results, and they can locate. Excuse me for the where they are. They can literally trace back which country they come from in Africa. That's biological evidence. You have a prominent scientist like Dr. Umar Ifatunde. He changed his name from Umar Johnson because he does not want to carry an enslaved person's name. He reclaimed his roots, and he is shocked that many of you guys claim your home on this land. So Umar Ufatunde makes us proud because he's an educated person. He's a psychologist. So he knows definitely what he's talking about. And he has made it clear that blacks here belong to Africa. The reason is he has seen over the years how black people are being treated in this country. There is no room for them. They can claim all day, yeah, we're American. We're American. This country reminds you every day you don't belong. Every single day reminds you that. You want to force your spot, you want to belong in Massa's house? Okay, keep going. The other thing I would like to say when the other thing I would like to say when you talk about tribes, Africa does not have tribes. Okay, we have people. We have groups of people. They are very intelligible languages. These groups, what you call tribes, are communities made of intelligible languages. That means the people who speak those languages belong to communities. The whole of the continent has an ethos, right? We have this Africanness, if I can use the term. You could say, "Oh, you guys are divided
Your
and all
time
that."
is over. Your time is over.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saved the
Hold
best.
on. Hold on. I'm sure you got some rebuttals.
I saved the best for last.
You're
But
gonna have some best to come.
uh,
Sweet Wolfie, did you roll them dice? Oh no, go ahead, JT.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to make it quick
If
because
y'all want to rebut, tap your profile, roll your dice. Go ahead, JT.
yeah. So he said America's our homeland, sir. You don't have to like it. We don't really care. This is the country our ancestors built. And whether white people like that or not, they know that they can never play with us and talk about deporting us because they know it would be a silver WAR here, and they're not prepared for that because we fight for what we want and who we are. Everybody on the planet knows that. That's the reason why there's no laws that they could ever write that could ever, disconnect us from our homeland. So you just mad because most of y'all got your independence like 60 years ago. We got elders older than your homelands. You probably are Nigerian, right? You're Nigerian?
you haven't been paying attention.
So I haven't been here long. Where you from? Oh,
I'm
you
from
said you're
Cameroon.
from Cameroon. All right, so Cameroon is what, 65 years old? So exactly,
I
that's my
don't
point.
recognize
Wait,
Cameroon.
wait,
I
wait,
don't
wait, wait, wait.
recognize
Okay,
Cameroon.
that's all I
So
need to know, bro. That's all I
it's
need to
not my
know.
country.
Let me land. What's your country?
I am Bassa. I'm not Cameroon is a political thing they have
So,
invented.
bro, what's your
So
country
I'm
though?
older than Cameroon.
Okay, you're not gonna answer. You're ashamed. Okay, just doesn't
No, I'm
matter.
not ashamed.
So
I
it
told you I'm
doesn't. No,
Bassa.
it's
I am
okay. It's
Bassa.
okay. It's
Bassa
okay.
is where I'm from.
It's fine. It's okay. So he's ashamed to say where he's from. It's fine. We understand.
I
But the
said
point
I'm
is
Bassa.
this,
I am
bro.
Bassa. I
Can you
said that.
stop talking while I'm talking, bro? Come
Okay,
on
don't
now.
lie on me then.
You a grown man, bro. So again, we have elders older than your homelands, older than your countries, and that's really why you mad, because the white tea people came out there and carved up Africa and gave you a piece and said, this is who you are from now on. This is your tribal group over here. This is your country, right? So no, we've been foundational Black Americans. We've been here since at least 500 years ago, since 1526, right? And since 1776, we've been since when we built this country, we've been Americans, foundational Black Americans. So I know that burns your soul. I know you're mad about that, but we're not you. And so, it's very disrespectful to come over to somebody's homeland and try to tell them who they are and who they aren't, when most of you guys just got your independence like 65 years ago. So stop that. Cut that out.
All right, thank you, JT. Isna, final. I mean, you can respond. Then you got Ishmael want to talk to you. Go ahead.
Thank you. First of all, I'm not angry. I'm not burnt. I'm just speaking the facts. The country called Cameroon was created by foreigners. The ancient ones do not recognize it. Somebody who talks about Ghana, I'm from Cameroon, that person is mentally, they don't understand. They're not well. They're really not well. So I'm not upset. I'm not angry. I know what they did to the motherland. I know what they did. And only the people who are not informed will accept that. They will accept those countries. We don't recognize those countries. I told you, I am Bassa. Bassa is my people. We don't recognize Cameroon. We have our own systems. So I'm not upset because I don't even recognize that entity. So that's my response to what you said. I don't know. Something else was.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Then that's
Yeah.
his response. Go ahead, Ishmael.
Yeah, so I just peace to you, Love's World. I just want to start off by answering the prompt and then responding.
It's only your turn for a
Oh,
rebuttal.
okay, for a rebuttal. Okay, that's fine. So I'll start off with saying that Black Americans are not defined by how other people look at us. So I'm not sure why people aren't understanding that. There are no stable or first world countries on the continent of Africa. Africa is a continent. North America is a continent. Africa is also a misnomer, a Greco-Roman misnomer for a continent that has been named several other times. You have no vital statistics office, but you're in here telling people who have had vital statistics office since at least 1901 and record keeping for almost a century and a half before that, who they are, who are rooted on this land. It's absolutely absurd. Okay. And it's great that you're not indoctrinated enough to consign to being Cameroonian, but your people are still involved and still palpable for what's happening. It's erasure. Okay. And also, Umar is a scammer. You mentioned Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar is first of all, has scammed the community, extrapolated and hustled against the community. That is not a representation of someone who should be idolatrized in any way at all. And I'll land there because my time is short.
He's definitely a grifter.
Yeah, and Ish, hold on for me. You next after this man, Izana, who you just responded to. So hold on, okay? Go ahead, Blackberry.
Hi. Good
Hey,
evening.
Blackberry.
Good evening. Good morning to the Cameroonian. Okay. If you are in the Cameroon, if you're anywhere in the United States, good evening. To answer the prompt, what makes Black Americans Africans? Absolutely nothing. We're,
No.
you
It's
know,
only your rebuttal. Did you have a rebuttal for him?
Oh yeah. He's a French-speaking African. I do speak French. I heard his accent, and he's Bassa. Bassa were one of the groups that fought the French off when they were trying to reunify the three Cameroons, two French-speaking, one English-speaking that had been German-speaking. The country was forcibly unified in 1961, and the Bassa have been fighting tooth and nail ever since. In fact, there are a lot of Bassa in Montpellier, France. Also, plenty of Bassa in Grenoble, France, who want and who have pushed for independence of their homelands from Cameroon. In fact, the Bassa are acting up right now because there have been some rare earth minerals found in Cameroon right now, and they're starting to act up again. Okay? And this time, it's not the French, it's the doggone Chinese and the Russians looking for rare earth minerals. But I digress. Listen, Azad, you don't have the right to tell us who we are and who we are not, especially when you're still fighting to find out your own cultural identity.
Okay, thank you. You want to respond to that, Izana?
Yeah. Yes. So first of all, I'm not here to tell somebody who they are. This is not even. I don't know what I said
But you did do
in.
that, didn't you? You did, didn't
No,
you really
no,
do that? You didn't tell us we was African?
no, no, no,
I
no,
could
no,
have
no.
sworn I heard you say that, but go
No,
ahead.
no, no, no. I responded to the prompt with the affirmative. Yes, you are African in the sense that you could trace it biologically. Now, how you identify
Hey, white
culturally,
people
that's up
can
to
too.
you.
The planet can,
That,
if that's the case, right?
what is
The planet can, if that's the case, right? If
the
you
plan?
going off, you going, what are you going off the theory that we African, what, that everybody came from Africa? You going off of that theory?
No, no, not necessarily. I'm just
Well,
saying that,
okay, well, how, prove it to me. Prove to
I'll
me,
tell you.
prove
There's
to me because hold on, prove to me, because the first people, the original Africans, they wasn't black like you.
Oh, really?
Right, American?
No,
Really?
they weren't African like that. No, and black like that.
Really?
No, they
Okay.
were dark skinned copper colored people.
Okay.
They weren't like him. No.
I just wanted to respond to.
All right, but
Um,
before you respond to that, I want to know, prove it to me. Prove it to me that black Americans biologically it come from Africa.
yeah. Okay. No problem. No problem. I told you about the test. There's a word
Are you talking about
for that.
DNA test?
The ancestry. Yeah. DNA.
Oh,
Thank you.
do you
Thank
know?
you.
Do you know they swab the
That's
lizard?
one.
Hold on. Do you know they swab the lizard too, and that lizard came back Nigerian? Do you know that's for entertainment purposes only?
Okay. I've had my own doubts about that whole thing. So, but I
Now,
want
okay,
to.
but go ahead. So, do you change your mind, or you gonna prove it to me?
No, no, because I did not verify it directly, right? So I'm saying that because I know many people have done it. Many
Oh,
people in your
okay. Well,
community
then,
have done it,
what are
right?
you saying? You might be mistaken.
And I could be. I could be. I can't say categorically
So,
this is
what
a,
you taking back?
one thing or the other.
So you taking back
No,
right now that we African?
no, I'm
Cause you
not
not
taking
for
it back.
sure.
No, I'm not taking it back. I want to
Why
give you
not?
another
Well, then
element
prove it to me.
because I want to give you another example.
Okay, go
So
ahead. Give me
if
some
you
more
look
proof.
at
Not an example. I
yeah,
want proof.
okay. If you look at my dad came here in 2000 and I don't know, it was many years ago. I was a child. And he said he met the Black Americans for I wouldn't
No,
say for the first
I
time,
don't
but
want to hear. Get
I
straight to
w-
the proof.
no, I want to
I don't
okay.
want to hear no story. I want to get to the proof.
No, it's not really a story.
Well,
Let me land.
hey, look. I need something that I can go and look real
Okay.
quick.
What kind
If
of proof
that,
do you want? What kind of proof do you
I
want?
need some
Love,
scholars.
can I ask him a question?
Yeah, go
Because
ahead. You can take over
okay,
this. But you
okay.
know what
No,
I
tell me
want?
Please
what I
I
should
tell
want
tell
us,
you.
proof.
not
I
tell us
want
the
proof, sweet
story.
Wolfie.
Tell us the story that y'all told each other about the slaves that was taken away from Cameroon during the transatlantic slave trade. Sing us a song that y'all sung about the slaves and your family members that was taken away. Tell us a story.
There was a song about it? I don't remember. I don't know that story.
Right.
Cameroon.
Right.
I don't know that
Tell
story.
me, tell me something. I mean, because when we going through something, we made blues, we sung about it. We come. You saying we won. So tell us a time that your ancestors sat around and they talked about their kinfolks that was taken away during the transatlantic slave trade, or they sung a song about it. It
You have
wasn't that long ago, so it still have to exist.
Yeah, you have to realize that the people who told you the history are your enemies. Put that in the books are our enemies. You have to understand that. So they're gonna write the story in a way that will perpetuate hate. I saw how you guys talked to the Kenyan brother. I see
Why
that you
are
guys
you
are
sitting
really
on this? Why are you sitting on this stage acting
no
like Africans have not admitted that they've done
no.
these
I'm just
things? Are you
saying. I'm
okay?
just saying.
No, they have
It's
no. They have
they
they
have
have
lied to
they have
you.
something called, excuse me, they have something called
They
the
have
Marina.
lied to you.
They have something called the Marina Project, and it's an amusement park, a slavery themed amusement park. It's called the Marina Project. They have a life-size replica of a slave ship next to the spa. They also have a memorial for the Tree of Forgetfulness, the drinking gourd water rituals, where the people that they sold, they would walk them around a tree and make them drink from the tree. They have memorials for this. Are you okay? Like
I know that. I know.
we have multiple African nations who have literally admitted their competency
Okay.
in warmongering and crimes against humanity. Like, why are you sitting on the
Okay.
stage acting like people don't know this? And even
Okay.
aside from that point, the bigger point, which is, who do you think you are? Okay,
Mhm.
in contrast to what we've done, you're talking about slave names on this stage. First of all, those are the people who have 50,000 plus patents. Those are the people who built and live in a first world country that they don't have to flee from. Those are the people who have literally set the precedent for Black excellence, who have won gold medals in every sport in the Olympics, okay? Who was in Hollywood since its inception, who built over 10,000 miles of the railroad in this country, who have been the face of Black excellence in global foreign relations and politics. How
I
dare
agree.
you? How dare you sit on this stage and talk about slave names? Who do you think you are? And there are no first world countries on your continent. There are developing countries. Your most developed country is Seychelles, and it's not even completely attached to you. Who do
Mhm.
you think you are? And
I
let
don't
me
know
just
who
say,
talked about
and
that. What you're
let me
talking
just say,
about.
lastly before I leave, because I have to go, but I don't want to go. Shout out to for the time, blessed world. But let me just say, our identity is not contingent upon how people see us, but rather contingent upon how we see ourselves. And unlike you, we have
Mhm.
paperwork and tangibles. So when somebody asks me for proof that I know that my people have been here for hundreds of years, I am able to actually give it to them. But your people can't say that while you sit on this stage and be condescending and disrespectful to the very people who have allotted the ability for you to even come here and pretend to be Black. First of all, Black is
How was
excellence.
I
Black is
disrespectful?
no, excuse me. Black is innovation. Black is invention. Black is production. Black is what we have built. You are not Black, you're African. And that is a continental identifier. It's not a race or an ethnicity. Our continental identifier is North American. We are North Americans. Our ethnonym is Black. Our nationality is American. We live on the North American continent. There are 23 countries on the North American continent. The United States is one of them. Our ethnogenesis and epigenetics are tied to this land. How fucking dare you? Excuse you. You don't know who you are. You better watch who the fuck you're talking to.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Don't come in here talking about slave names when you literally sat on the same stage and said some of your people still subscribe to the misnomers that Europeans give them. And you're
You're
calling
confusing
yourself,
me with someone
excuse
else.
you, and you're calling yourself an African. You're literally contradicting yourself on the stage using a misnomer that invaders gave your continent. And then have the audacity to talk shit about your own people for using Cameroonian. How dare you speak to us about slave names, about identity, about proof, about tangibles? Who the fuck do you think you are? Absolutely not. Ever in your life will that ever again be okay. And this is why the door is closed. See, the problem with you people is we are the last ones to arrive at the delineation party. And now that we have fucking arrived, and fashionably late, I might add, you motherfuckers are pissed because we are coming with righteous indignation and fury to reclaim our shit. Our shit is not African. It's not. You don't get to claim it. You don't get to claim us. You don't get to paternalize us. I don't have to make you understand. You will understand. This is not a democracy. This is not a choice. This is what the fuck it will be. This is what it is. When we told y'all asses 5 years ago to get off the internet and stop talking shit, you told us we had no power. Look at you bitches now. So you better stop coming in our spaces playing with us like we are not true to this.
We are absolutely not fucking new to this because we understand one fundamental thing, something we have always and will always understand, unlike you and your ilk. Okay, which has left you desolate and your gods have abandoned you. And that's why your lands look crazy. And that is that you cannot be afraid to be unalive for freedom. You cannot be afraid to be unalive for freedom. And we are not. So keep going. Okay? Because what's happening is our ancestors, the real ones, the ones who are buried in this soil, are raining down hellfire on you. This is not just physical and political warfare. This is spiritual too. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. I've landed. Thank you for letting me speak.
My God, today. Oh, hallelujah. I feel the spirit of it. Woo! Baby girl. Woo!
Can I respond?
No, there ain't no coming back from that, buddy. You need some
You're afraid. You're
electrolytes.
afraid.
You need some electrolytes and some water, some more milk or something. Cause baby,
Just 2
she ate your
minutes.
ass up. We don't want to hear nothing else from you. Woo!
Now,
Let the church say
I
amen.
have never seen a African with that kind of spirit. All right, so we got DJ. Hey DJ, what's your ethnicity?
Hey, how y'all doing? I am a Black American, and we are Africans.
You want to address the prompt? You a Black American descended of chattel slavery here in America?
No,
Where
yeah,
you come from?
pretty much,
What you
pretty
mean,
much,
pretty much?
pretty much everybody are.
No, they not.
Because biblically, if you go back to Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they actually landed in different regions, and they come from Africa. So your descendants are
All
actually
right, go
from
ahead.
Africa.
All right, go ahead.
So,
We want
so,
to.
so,
I'm gonna need. Okay, go ahead. We're gonna let you
so,
address
I
this
mean,
prompt. Go ahead, sir.
you are African. Your lineage way down in it, but when the Europeans came in, everybody was kind of funded with it in the 1800s. So it's kind of threw everything off because we did have our own languages, the whole nine. The reason why everybody speak different languages.
Hold on. What happened? We can't mute.
It's them lies catching up to everybody.
Whenever everybody decides to speak different languages, God God made it where everybody spoke different languages because we were speaking the same language all at one time, and we was actually God feel like we was smarter than him, and we think we was trying to get to heaven. So God decided to change and gave everybody different languages. It's biblical. Actually, it's in the first biblical Bible, and it actually, if you understand where everything, because Musa, which is the Moors, was already here. They was here, and they was Africans. So a lot of us are Moors from Africa, and it's more land
Wait a
because
minute, sir. What is that symbol on your profile picture? I'm just curious.
actually it's a Masonic ring. It's a Mason.
Oh, okay.
And
Go
matter of
ahead,
Because
sir.
fact,
he's a gatekeeping Samboon Coon. He's a gatekeeping.
listen.
You're a gatekeeping Samboon Coon. That's what you are. That's the only reason why you had a symbol up there. And you know what? The man, woman, and child are gods. Okay? And we know this, and we didn't come from no damn Africa. And there were Moors and there were Muurs.
Let me
And
speak
those
to
were
you,
two
okay?
different people. No, you're not gonna get up here lying either. You ain't gonna get
You
your
know,
old
this is the
ass up
symbol.
here
This is
We
actually
and
the
gonna
lie.
symbol
have
of the
we
Moors.
gonna have people
This is
prove them
actually the
wrong.
symbol
Hold
of the
on.
Moors. If you
Go
don't
ahead,
understand,
sir.
if you don't understand what this actually is, because order for George Washington to be able to be a
Sir,
Mason like he was, he got everything that comes from the symbol came from the
And
Moors.
under that
This,
same symbolism
so
is which they took our identity to.
okay,
So
that's why
look.
stop
we
it. Yes, they did. The
that's
Native
why
Americans
that's
and
why
the white man stole our identity under
Hold
that
on,
same
American. I'm
symbolism.
about to put it on
let me finish
Showtime
talking. Let me
because
finish
you and him
talking.
can have a back and forth. No, because it's not gonna work the way you think it's gonna work, sir. I'm
Because
sorry, but
no,
I don't think.
what I'm saying is for his hit. Because my daddy was born in 1912. My mother
I
was
don't
born
give a
in
shit when your daddy
1927.
was born. If you are rocking and
You
and
very, you
identifying with that
very, very kind of
symbolism,
disrespect though,
I
right?
don't give a shit. If you
I,
are rocking with that
that's the problem with us
symbolism,
young. That's what's wrong
if
with the
you
young
are
people
rocking
right
with
now
that
today.
symbolism, you
It's
are
very,
a
very.
problem for our people. You are a
Oh
gatekeeper.
no, you
You're
don't
a
even know what
liar
that.
and a thief and a
You know what?
treacherous snake too.
You really don't
That's
even know
what
what
you
that
are.
symbol
I
is.
know
You don't
exactly
even. No,
what the
no,
hell
you
it
don't.
is.
No, you don't.
I know
No, you don't.
exactly what the hell
No,
it is.
you
And
don't.
you people
Oh, you really?
you aligned
If you knew
yourself with
what
the
this,
people, them
if
dirty,
you knew,
filthy Moors,
if you knew
them
what this
filthy
symbol was,
Moors
you would knew
and
the
those
truth about it.
Native
You don't know
Americans
it.
and the white
You
men
don't. You
got
don't know the
together
symbol,
and
lady.
stole our
You don't.
identity.
See
And
how
y'all think y'all are going to continue
see how
to
you talking
gatekeep,
lies and you don't know
but you're
facts.
not. I know
Because I'm telling
exactly
you
what I'm
facts.
talking
No,
about.
you don't.
I
I'm
know
telling you facts. You just
exactly
talking
what
your
the hell
mouth.
I'm talking.
You just
And
running your mouth
anybody
because you don't
here
know facts.
listening,
Because we actually
anybody
started
here
school.
listening, go look it up on the United States website. You will see them Native Americans, them filthy Moors, and them white tea
I'm a
people
Chris Hall
taking
Mason.
pictures and having the same symbolism together. They all assembled against us
Wait a
like
minute,
Power Rangers to steal our
American.
identity.
Let me ask you something real quick, both of y'all. American, maybe he misinformed. You want to educate him, calm
Yeah,
down, and
No,
educate him.
I can
I'm sorry.
educate her. I can educate her
You
as
can't
well. Because
educate me on a damn thing.
I'm a very educated young man.
You don't
Trust me.
sound like it talking about we are African. You're a
I
damn
am
fool.
very educated.
Yeah, to
I got
yourself, you probably the
I got
smartest
two
friend you
degrees.
got,
I
huh?
study.
The smartest friend you got is yourself.
I
Okay?
study
You
African
are
American.
the
I have a
smart
degree
friend
in
in the world.
psychology.
No, you're
So
not smart at
you
all.
cannot tell me nothing
Oh
about
Lord.
history, young lady. If you won't study it, you can't tell me
I know.
nothing.
How you telling me what I
Nothing
can't
about.
study?
So
How
what
you
I'm telling.
telling me
Jesus,
I don't
take the
study, but
wheel.
I just told you something. I just told you something. How you gonna tell me that I don't damn study?
You know, you should
Obviously,
know
you
how they
don't study.
started and why they
Anybody
started.
want this
So
fool?
you don't know.
Anybody
You
want
don't
him?
know. So
He's
you ain't got
ignorant.
that type of experience, so you would never ever know.
Okay, hold on, Miss
If you ain't even in
Blackberry.
if you
Hold
ain't even
on,
in this
hold on.
organization, you don't
Maybe,
know.
hold on, Doc DJ Blackberry. Do you know anything about what he's talking about?
Well, kind of, sort of. Let me just go in and say some of the philosophy he's talking about comes from the Moorish Science Temple. Another part of it is there's a Black Shriners group, okay, and those are MASON groups, okay. Many of those groups participate in the dark arts, if
No,
you will.
no, we don't. I'm a shrine. I'm a
Listen,
shrine.
What the hell you
I'm a shrine.
do?
So we don't.
listen.
Why
Let me
are
tell
you
you something
lying?
about
He's a
that.
liar.
Okay, you have a Masonic emblem, okay, and it has 3 points. All right. So as above, as is below. All right. That's what you were talking about the entire time. And you cannot and you will not indoctrinate people on this panel with that stuff that you're talking about,
Now
because I can't
who
talk
told you
about
that?
it, because that'll get me in bigger trouble than the host on this platform, because I know what that stuff is and I know what that stuff means. And the
No,
fact that you're babbling about
you don't.
stuff that you barely know about and that you barely understand tells me, when did you get out of prison?
I ain't been in prison.
No. When did you get out of prison?
I've been in
When
this
did you get out
organization.
of prison?
I've been in this organization for 30 something years, almost
No,
40
no,
years.
no, 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 no.
So
When did you get out of prison?
what you mean? When did I get out of prison?
Exactly what I said.
See, he won't answer.
What you mean when did I get out of prison?
Exactly.
You can't answer the
Exactly.
question because we
Exactly.
on your ass.
Well, prison
Because
of what?
you people are a problem.
What you mean with you people?
Oh Lord, the
What you
boule.
mean you people?
All you damn gatekeepers. Y'all are literally have been a problem in our community. All of you. Yeah,
You think
you and the
you think I'm
black
a gatekeeper,
nobility,
huh?
all of you
You think
people
I'm a
are a
gate?
problem. And you think we don't know what you did, but all your secrets are revealed. We know them. We know them all. We
What's
know
my
who you
secret?
are all very well. And I don't want to get your live flag, sis. But don't come up here trying to indoctrinate us.
Ain't nobody trying to
We know
indoctrinate you.
exactly who you are. Keep your mouth closed.
I'm explaining to you
No, you
that
can't
Okay,
explain a
hold on,
damn
explaining
y'all.
to
thing.
you
Let him
the
finish his
history
time.
of
Hold
everything
on.
that's about
Listen,
Masonry.
sir. Listen. I don't know what you know. I don't know what you all about, but we disagree with you on being from Africa, okay, Mr. DJ? You got the wrong room, as you can
No,
tell.
because my dad and my great grandfather are from Africa.
Okay, well,
So
say you. You say
I'm
your great
saying,
granddad.
but
Hold on, hold
my
on,
great
hold on, hold
my
on, hold
great
on.
grandfather and my father was from Africa.
What
So
country?
so uh yeah, like I forgot.
You
Shit.
forgot what
Matter of
country your
fact,
daddy came from, so you're not a black American. You are African.
Sierra Leone.
I was born here.
That
I
don't
was actually
matter.
born here.
That don't
Sierra
So
matter.
Leone.
a
Hold
lot of
on, your
times
ladies, man.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
American.
if you look at your
Okay, but
history, if you go back far
sir,
enough,
hold
you'll find
on,
out
sir.
traces of African
No,
roots in your past.
no,
I
sir. Just
guarantee
because
you.
you were immigrant, don't make me one. Okay,
I've been here all my
These
life. What you
people
mean?
have
it don't matter.
these people collaborated against us
Listen, American.
and
His
the
father,
church too.
American,
I already know what he's gonna say. They all
no,
say the same thing, and it's a plan and a plot.
American.
Huh?
Listen to me. Did you just not hear what he just said?
Oh, he an
He,
African.
yes.
Yeah,
He
that's
don't even.
because
I've been
the
here all my
Moors
life.
he
He
identifies
said his
himself
father and grandfather was
right.
born in Africa,
They all say that because they're Moors. The Moors were African. Moors.
but they was
His
born on
ass
the
is a damn
continent.
African. Yeah, his ass a damn. That's why I'm telling you, them Africans know exactly what the hell is going on. They have conspired and taken secret hands against us.
They
They are playing a role in this stuff, and you ain't gonna get up here and spread no spells or
Okay,
say
we
no
gonna let
spells
you
on
go,
us,
sir,
sister.
so we can
ain't
You
move
are
nobody.
a
on.
warlock and a
Can
witch.
I
You
ask a
ain't fooling
question?
nobody.
Yeah, hold on, your ladies man, hold on, Blackberry. We got your ladies man here. Just hold on 1 second. Let's just see what he want today. Your ladies man is a white man from what are you from, Irish or something?
Nah, I'm from Canada.
Oh, okay. Well, what from Canada? Okay. What did you want to say today, your ladies man?
I wanted to say this, black or white, it don't matter. We're in 2026. Can you not like wake up and say, hey, what is the most important thing in my life? The person that looks in the mirror
You're
every
not gonna
morning.
fool us. You're not gonna fool us.
Hold on.
Goddamn, I ain't trying to fool you. If you'd shut up for 30 seconds, let me do my piece.
You see how he talks to me on your panel?
Sir, if you don't stop coming off mic, go ahead. Go ahead,
My
your
piece.
ladies
Here's my
man.
piece. Here's my piece. I ain't worried about 300 years ago. I ain't even worried about 3 days ago. I
Your
worry
ladies
about
man, how many
what?
times do I gotta tell you? We don't give a shit what you worrying about. We care about 300 years ago. See, you an immigrant. Is you even in the
Yo,
United States
yo,
of
yo.
America?
But here's your
Where do
problem.
you live at?
In Canada, I told you
Okay, so
that.
what you worried about it for?
My Indian
And
ancestors,
you
because
not an Indian. You a
I'm
$5 Indian. Listen, man.
God damn, I'm
Why do you think?
Ojibwa. You know what they used to do
Oh
to us?
Lord Jesus.
You know what they used to do to us? Give us blankets for winter. Yet, blankets were full of smallpox. Why would they do that? To wipe us out, just like you. Yet, we're still here, aren't we? Yet,
If you don't shut your flea eating ass up and stop lying, you ain't no
oh
damn.
my
You're not even no Native
goodness.
American. Shut your ass up.
Hey, hey,
You a
hey.
damn Ellis Islander, a
Guess
Dinker
what?
Okay,
baby,
y'all,
or
let's
Guess
something.
watch
what?
the
Guess what?
language. Use more
You
YouTube
are an
Guess
friendly
what?
language.
immigrant too,
Yes.
Guess what?
just like them.
I got me a card from the government says I'm
Y'all
Indian.
white people
I
love
got
lying
me
and
a
saying you
card from
Native
the
American.
government
Get out of
says
here.
I don't pay
You are a cave
taxes.
dweller.
Yet I don't pay taxes. So what's your
You
point?
don't take baths either. We could
Of
tell.
course, you don't pay taxes in the United States of America. You live in Canada. Do you not
Yeah,
know
and
where you live?
I don't
In
pay their
Canada,
fucking
sir.
taxes either.
And the point is, you're
Yet the
still is a
government the
$5
government in
Indian
Canada,
who
the
paid for
government
your
in
bloodline.
Canada,
Babe,
goddamn,
the
are you
thing
ready to
about it
listen?
is no
Okay, my
allyship.
bad.
Black
I'll be
Americans
quiet.
outnumber
I'll be
you
quiet for
by
another 10 minutes.
millions. right? Why do Black Americans outnumber your people by millions? It's because you're
Black
immigrant. Black
Americans were
Americans have more people
always,
than you. It's
Let's,
because
Sweet
you're
Wolfie, let's
immigrant.
let him talk for a minute
oh
because we
my
did take
God,
his time. Let's
OMG,
give him one. Can we give
OMG.
him one more minute and let him talk? Yeah, we want to hear this ignorancy, this
Yo,
foolishness.
can I ask one
Don't make
question?
no sense.
Can I ask one question?
Thank you. Go ahead, ladies, man, because you will not leave us alone, just like the Africans. So go ahead and say your piece.
You are black, right?
No.
But the question becomes this: you are repressed, right? You are held back, right? And thank God Obama didn't look at that like you think. Thank God Kamala Harris, who was vice president of this great motherfucking country you live in, didn't look at that. Because if they looked at your thinking, they would still be back in the ghetto. But guess what? They rose above. And why do you think they did that? Because they were strong, they were powerful, and they said, hey, Whitey, we ain't looking for the trick you're trying to play. We're doing our own trick. And the point is,
Okay, hold
they're
on, ladies,
there.
man.
Can I
Blue
They
respond
Black.
to
are.
his
Wait a minute.
stupidity?
Hold on, Rufy. Blackberry rolled her dice first. Go ahead, Blackberry.
Oh,
You're still crying about the past.
Hold
Yet
on,
you
sir.
tried to head.
and
Hold.
when I talk, I want you
Li-
to stay on the panel. Don't run, okay? White boy.
Okay.
Go
Okay, let
ahead,
me go. Let me
Blackberry.
go. Let me get it. Okay, your ladies man, if you're from Canada, then you would know that Kamala Harris spent the bulk of her childhood in Canada. Okay, she grew up in a Montreal suburb called Westmount, which is a very well-off suburb in
Bonjour.
Quebec. Okay, and
Bonjour.
and also you should also know if you're Canadian that she before she ran for vice president, she went on a Canadian news channel with an Indian, a Canadian Indian. Okay, and she celebrated Indian heritage with this Canadian newscaster, and she's a well-known Canadian newscaster of Indian heritage, and you would know who she is because she's on one of the major Canadian broadcasts. And Kamala Harris talked about Canadian, not Canadian, but Indian food, Indian culture, Indian heritage, and even talked about staying with her mom, who was a well-known professor at McGill University and a well-known researcher at McGill University before she went down to Johns Hopkins later in her career. Okay, and as a Canadian, you would also know that her mother, who was East Indian, all right, took Kamala and her younger sister and raised her in Westmount, Quebec, in the 70s and in the early 80s. So you can't sit up here and say that Kamala had anything to do with Black Americans or Black American cultural identity when you, as a Canadian, and you saw on the
You
Canadian
got to land
news.
your plane, Blackberry.
I ran my F-15.
So can I
Okay,
ask you one question?
go ahead. And then you got Sweet Wolfie that want to talk to you. Go ahead.
Can I ask one question?
Go ahead, your ladies man.
Every time I put on the American news, because I'm from Canada, I see black chiefs of police. I see congresswomen who are black. Yet I'm supposed to look at them and say, oh God, you're in the wrong job. You should have been back in the ghetto. Bullshit. You know why? Because they didn't look at themselves as, I'm black ghetto bitch. I'll always be
What?
black in the
Man,
ghetto.
watch your
You know what
mouth. And
they
the ghetto
Cut
is
said?
him
in
off.
Italy.
Nah, this
Ah,
coming from a
damn.
fat man with a
Damn,
little
can I
dick.
talk or
Hold
no?
on, sir.
Can
No,
I
he's
speak?
trying
You
to say the
peeing on
women
your
on the panel
balls.
are
You
ghetto.
peeing
He's
on
trying
your
to say the
balls, you
women.
little penis man. You need let
Can't
we all
talk.
know that you like licking balls on your free time, but let's say that you claim to be Indian. Indian Americans in on this western side is the poorest in the world. Not only
Don't
are you
worry,
the
I
poorest,
get it.
you have a high crime rate where you
I still
unalive
get
have
get it.
women, children, and men. You're on MET and you
Still,
stay on the plantation that the white man gave you. You never fought for anything.
girl,
You signed treaties. You are one of the poorest people in the United
will
States
you
and
ever?
in Canada. You are a Native American. That you paid
Does
$5
that
to be
make?
that poor when you immigrated over here. The fact is, you don't even have any woman or any man that wants you. You have to go sleep with your dog and your cat for some kind of touch of human. You coming up here trying to be rude, looking like the caveman that the cave that you came out of. You
You
need to go
done?
de-lice your hair and grow some balls, you small
Yo,
ball little penis, man. It's the fact that your mama don't like you and
yo,
that's your sister and your daddy don't like you. You're part of the women
what's
because
your
in
name?
those caves in Canada. You want to come out the cave because you're tired of effing your sister. That is not my business. But you're not going to be disrespectful because baby ghetto is where you come from. The cave, the life eating human beings. You talk about the blankets. Y'all accepted that blanket because y'all are freeloaders. Y'all accept anything the white team man give you. And he gave you your paperwork because your parents paid $5 when they immigrated from the caves. It's the fact that you think you're somebody. Baby, I'd rather be from the ghetto as a black American to be from an Indian from a cave. Baby, it's the point that you look like you look and you think you're
We
looking
all
good.
know
You is the poorest. The fact that the Native
guess what?
Americans are the poorest in the Western world. You have not even invented anything since you became a nation. Don't nobody know about you as a nation. You're in
You gon'
Canada and they still digging up bones from your children that they took. And yet you want to come over here and talk. Baby, you better go help some white tea people dig up them baby bones. You better go help them. How many
Yep.
of them?
And you
Virginia
gotta
right
let
now,
Here's the
everybody
question.
put some white orange paint on your hand and slap your face because this fake Indian
Here
white
is the
tea man just
question.
came up here and tried to be disrespectful. I have never
Here's
seen
the
these little
question.
inbreeds come on earth and act like they got some big
Yo, the
balls.
question
You
is
don't have
this.
big balls. You are inbreed from the cave that
The
catches life to eight
question
human
is
beings to
this.
survive, sir. And you're still doing it. You look
The
at those reservoirs,
question
y'all are
is.
Okay, land
horrible
your
and
plane,
porno
Sheba.
reservoirs.
Flame. Okay, your ladies, man. I hope we answered all your questions once again today.
Fuck no. All I heard was
Oh no,
blah
no,
blah
no, no,
blah blah
no,
blah
no, sir.
and stop it.
No, no, no. You keep coming back. I mean, I
blah
don't
blah
know. You
blah
just
blah
like,
blah.
yes. You have a good day. See you
He
next
come up here
time.
to get his
A
ass
man's
cracked.
man.
Bye bye.
To get
Okay,
his
y'all.
booty he come up here to get his booty unsmushed.
Mm,
And and then he
I
is
think he
not
got
even
the
no damn
fever.
Native American.
mm.
Those people
I
are
just
Africans.
I just came up to
Yeah.
say, guys, we have 180 people in the
Thanks for the
room. Can
gifts.
we please tap? We should have been at 100K like
Oh
30
yeah. How
minutes
long
ago.
we
I don't
been
want to have to
sitting?
turn the comments off, but I will.
Yeah,
When
please
you
do.
come up
And
on the
stop telling
panel,
me what to do. I don't like when people tell me what to do. I have whoever I want up here, and when I get ready to drop them, I know how.
that's right. And when you come up,
I
please
didn't
do
mean it
not go
like
on
that
tea
though,
I'm
love.
time.
not even talking.
If
You're not the only one, but you too.
if
Yeah,
you're
but I didn't
looking
mean it
at
like
my
that.
profile, excuse me, if you're looking at my profile picture, this is tea time. You come up and do that. If the host does not know you, you will be dropped, and it would be no asking permission first. I'm just gonna drop you because we don't trust everybody to come up here and get her live boomed. And it is a very interesting live because you are all in the room. So can we please tap and get these taps up? We should be at like 80K in the next 20 minutes. If everyone stops, concentrates on tapping, we'll be at 100K in 20 minutes. Can we please do that? Thank you for the gifts. I just came up to say that, and I'm going to drop back down.
Thank you. Oh, hold on, Netherboo. Let me give you while you up here. All right. It's already. Oh, nothing. Go
Thank
ahead.
you, ma'am. You
You're
can drop
welcome.
me.
All right. We got just me. Blackberry, did you already address the prompt?
I'll do it now.
Okay, it's your turn. That's what I'm saying. If you didn't.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Blackberry is a
What?
black American.
Yes, I'm a foundational Black American, and I get crap from colorists. I don't care. I know who I am. What makes Black Americans Africans? Nothing. Black Americans are indigenous to what became the United States. All right, our ancestry comes from the soil here in North America, and we built what became the United States. Most Black Americans, if not all foundational Black Americans, can trace one or both of their lineages back to some place in the United States, specifically the American South or any other part of the United States. We have birth certificates. African immigrants are given birth certificates. We have documented history. We have oral tradition. We have cultural ties. We have cultural traditions that became the American cultural traditions. Everything about American culture had its roots in Black American culture, Black American history. Africans don't want to accept the fact that we have nothing in common. We don't have anything to do with them. And quite honestly, we don't want anything to do with them. In fact, most Black Americans know more about Africans. We have to keep reminding them that we have parents and grandparents who are older than their countries that just recently decoupled economically and politically from, colonizers. They like to come at us with this psychological babble about, okay, the white tea person in your country is the same oppressor, and we're fighting the same colonizer and all this other Pan-African goofy talk. No, Black Americans are the only documented group of melanated people who have successfully fought against YT, and that is documented in history. Historical truths and historical facts upset Africans, Pan-Africans, their apologizers, collaborators, and other miserable people who hate themselves.
Can I answer, host, before I leave?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Sorry. Sorry, Blackbird. I just wanted to respond to your point. And just to start off by saying, you know what, we're all human, and I'm no one to tell you who you are. You're American. You're Black American, and you have exactly no history with us at all. And I just wanted to ask just one question, and if you're able to answer it for me. And I'm not trying to claim you guys. All I'm trying to say is that what happened to the Africans that came here through chattel slavery? Where did they go? Did they disappear off the planet? Like, what did they do with them? I'm wondering.
They got absorbed into the indigenous population. That's what happened to them. Wait a minute. They, first of all, let's get this clear. They weren't African. Okay? They weren't African. They switched the maps. And they were not a part of Africa and never were. Were they in close proximity to Africa? Yes. They weren't African. And they got absorbed and mixed into the indigenous population that was already here. Okay?
Right.
Thank you.
When Africa didn't even exist, and neither did the tribes that exist today.
Host, I just want to finish my point. I keep getting interrupted.
You asked the question though. The tribes that exist today didn't exist in that time.
Let me start your, go ahead. I'm gonna start your time.
To let them answer.
All I wanted to was respond. Okay, I understand the whole thing of, you got mixed up, and there's Native Americans that I guess absorb. Can you define what
Native indigenous people?
Native indigenous. So in 400 years,
not native. Okay, erase the native part. Just indigenous Black people that were already here. Okay, and they were not African. Let's say this together. They were not African.
Okay. So they didn't come from
Thank you.
Got it. So then what was their native tribe or indigenous tribe, sorry?
Why do you care? Why do you care? Why do y'all care?
I want to learn. I just want to learn.
No, none of your business. How many times y'all gonna go? Just none of your damn business, okay? Stop asking us about some tribes. Stop asking us about some languages. We ain't African, and that's it. Just accept that. Damn. Hey, honey.
Hey, love girl. I love this panel. Period. And yes, I am foundationally Black American. That's on period. And we ain't no damn Africans. And You always trying to figure out. They always trying to figure out where the Africans at. Over here, you need to be trying to find them on the Caribbeans first. Let's try that so you can unite with the Caribbeans and y'all can help each other. You feel me? Like, stop looking for us. We good. Go look at the other people in the diaspora. Thank you.
That is a very good point. We don't hear these Africans trying to tether on to Jamaicans or
Wait a minute, hold on,
Trinidadians.
Blackberry. Hold on, Blackberry. Anybody got a rebuttal for Honey? No? Okay, we got to get to the new people. We got Lacey.
Hello,
Hello, what's your ethnicity, Lacey?
I'm Black American.
All right, would you like to address the prompt? And then we can have open panel, Blackberry. You want to address the prompt, ma'am?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
What makes Black Americans Africans? At this point, nothing but descent. We can admit that some of us descend from enslaved chattel slavery, but I think what a lot of people are getting confused when we say that we're indigenous to America. America was formed in 1776, but we were here prior to that. So when a people is a part of a landmass prior to that becoming a country, those people are now considered indigenous to that land. So I always hear people struggle to talk about that, and I just wanted to add that in to, it's a good arguing point on why we are indeed native to America, because we were here prior to America becoming the United States of America. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say.
Okay, anybody have a rebuttal for Lacey? Okay, hey, what is this? Rooted in America? Rooted in America?
Actually, I do. I just wanted to correct you on one thing. Just because they were enslaved does not mean that they were African. They weren't African. I just want to keep clearing that up. We got to stop saying that because it's not true. They were not African. Y'all got to start looking at these old maps. They were
Well,
not African.
some were, because I'm not
They
a
you
studied
took a you took a
historian.
have you looked at the old maps?
No, what I'm looking at.
Okay, listen, where they took the people that they brought over here, it was not in Africa. Y'all have to look at these old maps and do some more studying. It was not Africa. Okay, was it close proximity to Africa? Yes, but they were not African.
So what I'm drawing up on is, like, if you go, I'm from the deep south, where you can still pull up slave records, and they'll even tell you, they'll have whether a person was African
Oh,
or if
I
they were
know about all
born.
of that, but why do you believe everything the white man says? So they called us African American. Are we African American?
Wait a minute. So
They
let me
called
ask
us.
you, is you saying no Africans came from
They
these
weren't
countries?
African. They were next to Africa, but they weren't African. And when you read the old ancient texts and the actual history of it, some of them knew they were about to get enslaved. Even their mothers, the mothers were selling some of their children, well, weren't selling some of their children. They were being enslaved and they were running into Africa to blend with the people. They
Well,
weren't African. Those Africans
who
were
are these people?
you got I'm not gonna run a whole history just go look into what I'm saying. They weren't African. They were running into Africa to hide amongst the people because they didn't want to get enslaved. Those people were not African.
And
But I'm
I
not going to tell you who they were, but you have to go and read for yourself. The Bible says, study to show thyself proof. Most people are Christians. That's why I'm quoting that scripture. Go study.
No, I study. I just
Period. I
find
just had a
that
rebuttal for you too, Lacey.
okay,
The just bringing up the African conversation, there wasn't even that many that came over here.
right?
The people that you're referring to as Africans. Not only that, but um, like Africa didn't exist at that time. It wasn't even called Africa. The tribes today that exist weren't even that wasn't the name of these tribes like Nigeria. Um, America's older than a lot of these tribes, so you know we got to cut that out. That's all I want to say.
Okay,
Mhm.
Lacey, you want a final say?
I mean, there's nothing that I can't really say because ideologically we would be different because I am Black American. I am Creole, so I know my admixture. I don't deny that I descend from some enslaved person in Africa, whether it be whoever ran into it from what they were running from.
Baby
Or
girl, just because people were enslaved does not mean that they were African.
I know
Y'all,
that.
I
I
know,
know
but
that
the
Native
wording though,
Americans
the
were even
wording, listen,
enslaved.
the wording, the stuff that you guys are choosing, how you choosing to word this stuff is incorrect. When you're talking about scholarship, you have to use correct terminology and definitions, and your wording has to be correct. That's not true. They were not African. And enslavement does not equal African. Okay, there were enslaved tribes here that had nothing to do with Africa too.
I know that.
So, right,
I said
a
that.
lot of those people that they claim came from Africa, it was not Africa. It wasn't Africa. They
Okay,
switched the maps.
let her go ahead and express yourself, Lacey.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't disagree with that sentiment as well. I know that Native Americans were enslaved first and then they were decimated.
You said Native Americans.
Native Americans were enslaved first and
You
then
talking about the Siberians? It wasn't people over here before the Siberians. I'm just curious.
yeah, I
I'm
would
not a scholar on
so
this, but I just want to see what you think.
So if you look at the map and you divide it up, west, south, east, there were different variants of people who are here. I find that the West Coast natives were much darker than say the Eastern Band Native Americans or whatever. But those people, especially the ones who decided that they wanted to be the five civilized tribes, they enslaved us, they enslaved themselves. Um, that's why we have so much admixture. That's why we have roots with them. We walked on a trail of tears with them. I'm a
Okay, Lacey.
descendant of Choctaw and Chickasaw Freedmen. I know my history and my my genealogy. I can even go back and say, what happened in 1492 when the Moors were expelled from Spain. Where did they go? Some of them came to America as well. We have a rich history. So that's why when the lady was telling me read about it, if you have information that's pertinent, just say it. And then it's easier for me to look, just like I can freely
I'll
get
send it to you.
information.
I'll inbox it to you. I'll follow you and
Okay.
I'll send you some stuff.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, good job, you two. Good job, everybody. All right, thank you, Lacey. Hey, Dreamer, how you doing?
Happy Wednesday, host. How are you?
I'm fine. I got a
Hey,
birthday
hey, hey,
coming up.
America.
Um, Dreamer is
Who?
Ethiopian.
Yep, Ethiopian 44. Yeah. So the question tonight is, what makes? Oh, hold on. Let me read from the prompt. So, Black Americans ask, what make Black Americans? I mean,
What makes Black Americans African?
oh, Africa. No, no. Yeah, I don't have to be black. I mean, you have to be black, but you don't have to be Africans. And I think a lot of people they come up here, they cosplay, but that's one thing I respect about y'all. I will give y'all I'll give y'all props for that because y'all do not allow nobody to come up on the panel and say that y'all Africans, and I respect y'all for that. And not a lot of people can say that. That's a lot of ownership to take, and that's a lot of appreciation to own. So I think that's a great thing that y'all doing. But I guess my question is the fact that sometimes what happens is people they intermingle and the like so when I like I don't feel offended by these words and I'll let y'all know. The word tether or anchor baby, I never feel afraid. I will never feel upset about that because I'm neither of those. But I really don't understand those terms. Like, it seems like those were people who came here, they were born here, they went through like the issues here, and then
A dreamer,
the next.
a tether is an immigrant that undermines or
Mhm.
does something against Black Americans. All immigrants are not tethers. It's an action word. Now, you talking about an anchor baby? It's just someone anchored to this land through immigration.
But
That's it.
love, love, a tether will be somebody. I guess the way I understand a tether, it would be somebody
I
who.
just told you how it is. That
Oh,
is. That's some of these people who get up here and call Black Americans slaves, or like Byron Donalds get in our politics,
oh.
sit up there and say he don't support our reparations. Quite
No,
a
yeah.
few. Quite a few.
Is there a way? I guess like for
And
like
cosplayers.
yeah, is there
Right.
a way? I guess like my question is like, is there a way? I feel like immigrants like myself, like yeah, you can call me what you want to call, but other people who are like born here and stuff like that, like because they really don't know. Is there a way like it can be a little like the demeanor can be a little nicer?
Hell no. Hell no. Because if you
Okay.
don't know, where have you been? You ain't been around Black Americans. You ain't in the loop. So if you ain't in the loop, you out the loop.
Yeah, but the thing, love, is like a lot of what I've noticed is like a lot of people they don't like. It's hard to say like you're not in the loop when like people don't live
Because
in the
they been
community.
staying away, Dreamer. We already know a lot of y'all got these stereotypes about
We
Black
don't.
Americans. Girl, I'm not doing this today, okay? We all know we all know what it is, okay? We got this stereotype from you. Even mentioned some of the stereotypes. I remember you crashing out on this panel when you first started coming up here, and you said some shady stuff towards
But
Black
but but I
Americans
became
too.
humble
Yeah, I
though.
understand. It took some work with you, but I'm just
Y'all
saying,
put that belt to ass on me.
yeah, but I'm just saying, Dreamer, it's a lot. It's a lot of people who want to insist on the disrespect. So, and then they come over here with it. We already know that. They come over here with that anti-Black American sentiment. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do moving forward. But hopefully they get their ass out our way. That's all we want. Be quiet, get out our way, and
So
preferably go
so
back to your country.
so love. I was thinking about you today.
Oh, what?
You about to have an immigrant as a governor in Florida. What you think
Yeah,
about
the
that?
same one I told you that don't support our reparations. You're right.
No. I don't know. I mean, I'm just
No,
you just
that's
said
him.
Florida.
That's him.
Oh no, I just wanted to like know like your appreciation because you about to
My
have an immigrant as a
appreciation. I
governor.
don't give a damn. I'm from the D. I mean, what am I gonna appreciate? I'm gonna live my life, and I ain't vote for him. I
But
ain't
but
got
then
no appreciation for him.
but then even Detroit though, like Detroit, y'all about to have my brother like Dr. Saeed Ali.
So
Okay,
what
you
that
asking
doing?
her like she got control over that. Like
Right,
what are you
exactly.
expecting to get out of her?
But we're not
What are you
worried
expecting
about
to
it
happen?
Yeah.
anyway. We're not worried about it anyway in Detroit because as long as they're Republicans, we good. What we want is them We want them Democrats to not win anything. And
That part.
Michigan is a Republican state anyway. Dreamer,
Right. Yeah. No.
we good.
Exactly.
We
You're right. You're
good
right.
either way it goes. Our mayor is good. We're good,
So
and
what's
she
No.
your
You.
supports
what's
reparations.
but what's your real point? What we gonna what? How I feel about all these immigrants in these high
Right.
places? That's your
No.
point, right?
No. No.
Yeah.
No. But no. No love. That's not my point.
You're trying to
I
be
was saying
reactionary. What kind of reaction are you trying to get from her?
That what
that's not
I
what I
just
said,
said,
honey.
honey.
Oh, she must be new to the panel.
Yeah.
Oh, she new to the panel.
I
All
am,
right.
and
Y'all still didn't humble her yet.
What?
Anyways, like the way she's acting. No, but my point is this. I thought about you because I was like, who lives in Florida? And then I was like, Love. She lives in Florida. And I'm just like, you about to have an immigrant in office. And it's funny that like,
But immigrants been in office since the beginning of the first president of this here United of this country. So immigrants been getting in office. They are immigrants. It ain't no shocker.
no, but that's my point. I guess that's my point, Love. I'm not arguing with you there. I
Just
agree
get to
with
the
you.
point, okay?
Okay, I'll just land my point here in 5 seconds.
the
Why
plane
is it
crashed. It
Hold
burned. It's
on, honey.
done.
You can't do that. You can't. I don't like that. Okay, you can't just come on now. Go ahead and get
okay?
to the
I'm just
point.
gonna land my plane here. Um, it's funny that you say that, but like immigrants are like, if they taking over offices and doing all this, why are they getting into positions? And Black Americans, they can do this. Like I know America, she can be a senator or a congresswoman, but I know you can do the same thing. Why
No,
y'all not doing it though?
I'd rather do what we've been doing. When it's our time, it'll come. It's plenty of us that been in office. It ain't like it. We don't have people in office that's Black American. How about naming them? Focus on them. We got
And I've
plenty of
been
people.
and I've been active in city council so for years. So
And my calling right now is to hold these panels so we can educate the masses and watch y'all get BTA. That's my mission in life right now. Hold on, go ahead, Tamika.
Uh, can I rebuttal?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the one of the reasons why all of these immigrants are getting into office, for one, it's not black people voting them into those offices, especially if we know that they're not if they're immigrant. They go along with the white tea talking points, so the white tea people would rather them be in office than one of us, because one of us get in office, they know that we're going to get it straight. They know we're going to be like what's his name, Eric Mays.
Yes.
That's why, because they know we're gonna
that's
look
my
out for
boy.
ours.
He
Yes.
don't
So
play.
yeah, I love me
He
some
didn't
Eric
play.
Mays. Like, oh my God, I love him. But yeah, that's why they would
I
rather
like the
have an
Coleman A.
immigrant
Young
in
too.
who?
Detroit old mayor
Right.
Coleman A. Young.
Me too. That's my
Oh yeah,
baby.
yeah. Um, yeah, like Atlanta, old mayor, Maynard Jackson.
Yeah.
He really, we got the airport built up around, and he made sure that it was black contractors that helped out. So they know that we're going to look out for our own. So of course he on tea time. So of course they're going to want one of you all in office, because y'all buy down, that y'all do what they tell you to do. And FBA is not going to do that. So that's why they're in office. We're not voting for them. And the reason why we voted for Obama, because we thought he was one of us. I
Right.
literally didn't know Obama was a Kenyan until after he was in office, because
Right.
he was with Michelle, he was with an FBA woman, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they're in office and not us. You have to know the game, and that's what we tell you immigrants. You don't know the interest in the ins and out of our government. You guys think you do, but you don't. Them people shut us out. The same way y'all say they do y'all countries in Africa, they do us worse. And we got to live with them, and y'all don't. So I don't understand why you saying stuff like that. You coming
Because
here
she
just to
wanted to
be
be a
intimidating. Yeah, yeah,
competition.
yeah. I mean, that's just crazy. And I
She
really
come
hope
over here to
Byron Donalds
compete
don't
with us.
be. Yeah, and I mean, the reason why he's gonna, if he be mayor down or governor down there, is because Florida is full of immigrants,
He
and they
won,
want him.
didn't he? Didn't he win? I think Jeffo told me he won.
Oh, really? He won. So
He
I
did.
mean, so of course it's full of immigrants. So they're gonna want him down there, and they know he's not gonna do anything for our community. Just like he's gonna take away the advantage that he got, the same advantage that he got when he was able to get out of trouble and go the good way. He want to take that away from black boys in our community.
And
So
I just learned something very interesting about your boy Obama. Behind our backs, he went and signed a bill to put the nail in the coffin on to seal the deal with that African American stuff. I just
like,
saw it the other day.
Took
like,
out
what do you
Negro.
mean?
Yep.
He banned
So like,
Negro from being
yeah.
used.
So yeah. So like we don't vote for that. They know how we're going to be if we get in office. We're going to look out for ours first, and that's what they're afraid of. So of course they would rather have a immigrant. And no matter how much you want to change the meaning of tether, tether is exactly what Miss Love told you. Ain't no change in the definition to make it what you own or for what you understand. No, a definition of a word is a definition. You can't change it.
All right, let her land. Let her.
I
All right,
land.
all right, go ahead, Dreamer. Final say.
It's funny. I really appreciate the words that you told me. Is it Miss Mika J? Anyways, you said you live in Georgia, right?
I live in LA right now, but I'm from Atlanta. I've been in LA for
Oh,
6 years.
I
Yes.
live in LA too. Sometimes you should come to
I
my
know. I've
restaurant.
been looking for you.
Yeah, you should come to my restaurant.
I be in
Anyways,
little Ethiopia all the time. Where is it?
you come to Fairfax.
Oh, I
What
was just
what
on
kind of
Fairfax today.
restaurant you got, Dreamer? What kind of food you sell?
Have you ever been to an Ethiopian restaurant?
Uh-uh.
We have like anjero with like the different types, but then we also like sell steaks and stuff. Some people don't eat like the anjero and stuff, but it's really good food for you to eat. But we do sell like macaroni, like we do sell like a comfort food too.
What's the name of it, Dreamer? I'll come by and patriotize.
Well, I want to advertise myself on just how you adopt.
What it
I'll invite you. I'll
did,
DM you.
yeah.
Why
Yeah,
I'll
not?
DM you.
I've never had Ethiopian food. I wouldn't mind having some.
You will love it. You will love it. I invite you, love, and American.
I'll
And
definitely
then
come up there and
yeah,
support you. Yeah.
black queen. Yeah, no, I invite no, but I guess my point is this. Like, I understand where you're coming from. Like, where people shouldn't be like going into politics and stuff like that. But don't you think that the black people that do go into politics, they cosplay FBAs? Like, for instance, the one in Boston, what's her, Ayanna Presley, who's fighting for what is the Haitians like the TPS status, and she black, and she's cosplaying, and then she wants black people to vote for her. So I guess I'm trying to understand like it's like everybody who's dove into politics, they want immigrants votes, but I feel like besides rest in peace John Lewis, who passed away in 2019, there's no more support for black people.
Well,
Dreamer, let me tell you, Dreamer, child, so we can move on. Listen, Dreamer, when it's all said and done, through the history of Black Americans, we will be fine and we will come out victorious. It does not matter. I can't explain it to you, but we will be just fine, okay? We are definitely going to get the last laugh with all this immigration stuff, like we always do. Okay, so you just get your popcorn ready and just watch the show. Okay.
All right, love. I'll just be watching.
Thank you, Dreamer. Okay. All right, let's get to I will make it. I will make it.
Peace and love, peace and love.
Jesus help me. Hi,
You're a
Kalo.
damn demon stalker.
Is that Kayla?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, Miss Chitlins, I'm not a
Oh
demon,
my
please.
God.
he's a demon stalker. I don't eat chitlins. You
He said
monkey boiler.
chillins.
Hopefully I become governor of Texas in 10 years.
Listen, what's your ethnicity?
Oh, thank you so much. I'm from the great Kenya,
Okay, would you
great
like to
country.
address the prompt?
Now I live in Texas, enjoying myself. And I'll be governor hopefully in 10 years. You can
Can
tap
you
and vote
address
for
the
me.
prompt, please?
Yeah,
There ain't nobody voting for you.
no problem. Other people will.
Yeah. Good luck with
But in
that.
this country, they won't.
Oh
Because you
yeah,
getting
in
up
this
out of here,
country.
Kalo. You going
How can
home.
an American get out of America? It's impossible.
You getting up out of here.
I'm not
Okay, you
leaving
want
my
to address
Pack
the
country.
your
prompt?
bag.
Kalo,
Yes,
address the
yes,
prompt.
I
Stay
got you.
focused. Try. I know it's hard for you, but please.
No, Miss Chilling is
Would you
distracting
stop
me.
calling us chitlins?
Oh, I
It's
got
played
you.
out now, okay?
Monkey balls.
But you see what she's saying, right? And you
Okay, just
ignoring it.
go ahead and address the prompt, dude.
Alright. What makes Black Americans Africans? Um, I will start with FBA. FBA are definitely not African. They can never be in any way, shape, or form. God forbid. But there are definitely some African American and Black Americans I've met. Those are Africans because they
Yep,
have
Pan
the
Africans.
black. Can I
Yep.
finish?
Yeah, you finished.
Yeah, because most of them acknowledge that they have African in them because they are definitely Africans who came here, not only direct from Africa.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. The ancestors transported him.
Wow.
Ain't that right,
He said the
Chitlin?
ancestors transported him.
Hey, Chitlin. American.
Y'all remember that guy on that commercial, the guy who played on Ferris Bueller, the one Bueller. Don't Kalo sound like him the way he talk, just so slow, just bore you out.
Oh my goodness, I don't know why. Okay, let's get to Doza's already been up here. Doza's, you already addressed the prompt before. Go ahead, Sip.
Hey there, how y'all doing?
Fine. What's your ethnicity, Sip?
I'm full-blooded Black American.
All right, you want to address the prompt?
Yes, ma'am. In my opinion, as I've heard most of y'all already say throughout this live, but it's one of Americans' favorite phrase. She always states to them folks, "It's not a damn thing. Not a damn thing makes us them." And that's all I really wanted to say, because we ain't them, but they ain't none of us. They'll never be able to be a Black Wall Street, none of that stuff. So they'll fail you and look like to me they're gonna forever be one. And then when that man fell off that pound, the first thing came to my mind was, look at God. Won't he move him out the way?
No.
One
You
of
gotta
them.
thank old Chitlin over there for that. He messed me up with that, man. First time he called me a chitlin, I was taken aback.
I didn't even say it right. Chillins.
Yeah. Shout out to the people who still eat them chitlins with hot sauce.
They wish they had some chitlins, okay? We
Right.
don't eat bamboo meat. Bamboo.
Chitlins ain't cheap no more either.
My cousin sent me to the store to buy her a bucket of chitlins one time, and I'm telling you, them things was. I'm like, are you gotta be kidding me? Because she couldn't go. She passed now, but She couldn't go a Thanksgiving or a holiday without them. Ugh,
You
no.
gotta have a bowl. And one thing about this country, as soon as they get hip, don't we like it? Just like them damn what you call them things? The horse tails. What you call them? Oxtails.
Tails.
Oxtails.
I love
Yeah.
me some
Hmm.
oxtails now.
They done went up so much. As soon as they found out
Yep.
black people buying it, you know. We can
Some
have open panel
oxtails.
though.
Some oxtail stew.
We
Mm-mm.
gotta tell them pig
Yum
feet.
yum.
My
My daddy used to eat all
actually,
that stuff.
My mama eat that pig feet and black eyed peas.
Yeah.
My sister
My
love pig feet. I'm talking about the pickled pig feet when you go in
yeah,
there and
my
pick out
daddy.
one.
Ugh.
My daddy used to be eating them pig feet in that big old jar. He used to
Yes.
tear them
Yes.
boys up.
Hey Dreamer, y'all eat pig feet over there?
no, we don't eat pig feet. But what you call like, I tried oxtail. Like one of my neighbors, like they actually said it's really good. Like, but I wanted to say like y'all the food like y'all make is like delicious. Like, I mean it's competition, but at the same time it's amazing food though.
Trying to say
Competition.
now
We
they're
sorry. Go
trying to
ahead.
say the spicy bowls that we
Not
make.
like that, Miss Mika.
Hold on, y'all. You know the spicy bowls
Mm-hmm.
that they be making? I want one so bad, by the way. But they're trying to say now that the spicy bowls are like a goosey. That's what you see now. Now the Africans are saying spicy bowls is the same thing as a goosey.
What are
Lord.
spicy bowls, Miss American?
They cut up those, the big mama or the big mama hot sausages in the packets from the store.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they put jalapenos, yellow pepper, onion sometimes chicken and seafood and put it in a bowl. They got like Alfredo. Then they got like different types. Just look it up. Oh yeah, pickled sausage, yeah. And
Oh,
they
okay.
mix it up and eat it with the Ruffles chips.
That sounds like a kiddie meal.
That
What the
shit
hell they
is
doing this
good.
at?
They do it. They started it in Florida, but they do it good in Chicago.
Oh, that
Chicago don't
sounds like
pick
some
up.
immigrants started that.
No,
Yeah, it sounds like
no,
a stomach ache.
no.
It
Yeah.
really
Black
does.
Americans started it. I like stuff like that.
Okay.
Sometimes I like to
I
eat
ain't
junk.
never heard of that, and I'm from the blackest place on earth.
Look, I listen. I eat good, but sometimes I like junk too.
Did they put
No,
So
rice in it? No, just
no, but
no,
I
you
agree.
look it
They
up. When
no, but Black Americans started that. I know what she's talking about. American, like it was Black Americans who started that.
yeah,
Okay, y'all, hold
yeah.
on. We got Glory Toya. Hi, Glory Toya.
Hi. I just
Hi.
wanted to answer the question real quick.
Wait a
So,
minute,
what
what's your
makes black?
ethnicity? What you talking so fast, sir? Slow down. What's your
Yeah, I'm
ethnicity?
from Nigeria.
All right, you want to address the prompt?
So, what
American, can
makes
you
black?
handle this? I got to take Daquan out.
Okay.
All right.
What's your ethnicity? Glory to y'all.
I'm Nigeria.
Okay. Would you like to answer the prompt?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I think that factually speaking, I think Black Americans are now basically after 400 years your own ethnic group, right? But so technically you're Americans, African Americans, but you're also still African. So if an African American, for example, takes a DNA test and decides that he wants to repatriate and be where he came from, Ghana or Nigeria or Congo, that's fine. Or if he decides he is an African American, foundational Black American, that's fine too. So it's really your choice. And I just have a personal question. So it sounds like some of you might have some bigger issues with African immigrants. Is it really that bad in America, or is it just an online social media beef? Have some of you had some serious personal experience? And that's it.
yes. We talk from serious personal experience, and a lot of Black Americans also have European DNA. Does this make us European?
That's uh, and a smaller amount than the African,
I actually
usually
have.
around
I act.
14%.
I actually have about 34% European ancestry. Done my DNA test and everything. My highest DNA marker comes from freaking Scotland. I'm
But
only at
all of us
I,
can. Here's the thing, though, Mika. All of us, every single last Black American is gonna find someone uh from Ireland or Scotland or something, because they started off melanated. So the people that you found, those were melanated people. Those weren't the Europeans, because you remember we were reigning and ruling in Europe during the Dark Ages.
mhm.
That's what the Dark Ages was about. So a lot of us, if you keep searching, keep going back, you'll find crescents and all kind of stuff, because we come from royal bloodlines.
Yeah, well, I've actually done my genealogy all the way back to the 1600s, and like I'm Georgia through and through. So
Yeah,
if I can, you know what I'm saying, it come from Georgia, and I got some ancestry, and I mean some in Tennessee.
yeah.
But
So if you found a bloodline like that from Europe, keep going, keep going. You got to get those records. I'm telling you, the farther you can go back, and a lot of times you have to go to the actual places to get those records, but you'll
mhm,
find crescents,
right,
like family crescents, because we come from royal bloodlines. Because remember, we used to rule in Europe in the 1800s, and uh we were there before the Europeans were even there. That's what the Dark Ages, that's was the time that was referred as the Dark Ages. So just keep going, and
okay,
a lot of us can, all of us should be able to trace something like that.
okay, because like my DNA is all mixed up. Like I have, it's none of them.
Okay, y'all,
I
we
have a
gotta get
lot
back.
from
We gotta
Africa.
let him
Oh,
do
I'm sorry.
this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so
Go ahead, Glory.
so overall, I think it's really your choice. So yeah, I understand perfectly if you feel more Americans, and that's where you have been for the past centuries. So that's fine, and it's also personally perfectly fine if you decide to trace back your ancestry to Africa and identify as the tribe that you descend from. What I don't really understand is the animosity between Africans and African Americans and all across the diaspora, because our situations are pretty much the same everywhere. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, did you not just hear what I just broke that down very clearly for you? Most of us don't have ancestry that even goes to that continent at all.
That's why
Most
I
of
said
us,
that it's up to you if you
listen, we
identify more as
don't
an
have
American.
it. But there's nothing to trace to Africa because we don't have it. There was no
The
such
vast
thing.
majority do.
Listen, there was no such thing. And you can't walk with me and tell me who I am because you don't know me. Okay?
Okay.
Most
The
of us
vast
don't have
majority
it.
of your
Most
people
of
do
us,
have an ancestry that traces
oh
back.
my God, he's an idiot.
And
Most of us
Glory,
have,
that's where sorry.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you something. What? Prove it to us. Prove it. Prove it. We got this African stuff you talk about. Can you go ahead? I give you some time. Go ahead, prove it. Glory Toya. We gonna wait. You proving it? You getting your hello? You want to come off mute?
are going to trace back to Europe because we ruled in the Dark Ages. I just explained this to this
Yeah,
fool.
I know. I just want him to prove it. Okay, he's not coming off mute, so we gonna go ahead. Come up here with proof. Goodness, why they want us to be African so bad? It's
I
weird.
don't
It's
I
a
don't know.
That's
because it's
demonic.
an agenda. It's an agenda. It's an agenda. But we on it though. We on it with y'all because y'all not gonna keep spreading these lies. Yeah, we doing a good thing. We gotta keep on destroying those lies.
Hey, D1. D1 is a Black American. You want to address the prompt?
Yes, I do. How
Well,
y'all
I
doing?
know
Y'all good?
D1 is by ethnic, but go
Yeah.
ahead and address the prompt, though.
All right, I got you. How y'all doing though? Y'all good? Everybody okay? Y'all chilling?
Yeah, we chilling. Just another day of being told you're African.
Right.
All right.
All right, let's get to the prompt. What makes Black Americans African? Well,
You shouldn't even got him.
you feel me? Here's the thing. This is a narrative, right? Because by any real metric, Black Americans would not be considered Africans. What they're doing is they're using the transatlantic slave trade as a benchmark to connect Black American identity and Black Americans, which again, we're an ethnic group, to continental Africa. But even if you look at the definition of what an ethnic group is, we wouldn't even meet the qualification to be considered African or of Africa. If you look in the Encyclopedia Britannica, Africa was actually a term coined by the Romans, and it only referred to North Africa. So even by that standard, we wouldn't be considered African. Excuse me. It's very weird. Again, the transatlantic slave trade is what they're using as the benchmark to say that we're African. They deny all the people in any of our genealogical records who are non-African, right? There are some Europeans in some Black Americans' ancestry, but we're not considered Europeans. There's some natives in Black Americans' ancestry, but we're not considered natives. Hell, I even know of one chick. She had Levantine, meaning people from the Levant. You know, the small hat DNA, small hat ancestry. She's not considered small hat. You understand what I'm saying? It's very strange. It's extremely strange. But I think Miss American alluded to it earlier. It's political in nature, politically speaking. They want us to be African. They need us to be African. It's insane. It's quite insane. Also, there's misinformation about DNA tests. People don't understand that your DNA testing only shows relationship between two samples. So if you really want Black Americans to be African, you'd have to collect all 40 million Black American DNA samples and then test that against the entirety of Africa. And if you notice, even in some African nations, they don't even use DNA to prove ancestry. It's actually illegal to do that because they know that a lot of mixing was going on. And they know that if these DNA tests, if everybody were to take them, it will reveal some stuff that they don't want revealed. And that goes for some of the natives here as well. And I'll land my plane.
Anybody got any rebuttals?
No, I agree.
All
Yeah,
right.
I was just gonna say it's always from the beginning just been an agenda, and they're all tied into this thing and all in the bed together to they're to steal our land, and they keep us feeling like we're some kind of immigrants or like we migrated here, to keep you with that feeling, to keep you detached from the land so that you don't truly connect with the land. So you'll always feel unwelcomed. You know, you'll always feel like you got to walk on pins and needles here in this country. They need you to feel that way so that you don't connect to the land. This is our land, and these people want to try to convince us, and Africa is in on it. These Africans don't know what they're doing. They're just puppets. They're just being told, saying what they were told. So they don't know either. They don't even know they're not even real Africans. Shit.
What? Well, I just wanted to clarify one thing. I literally said that it's perfectly fine if you feel more American. I'm not
Okay,
trying
hold
to
on.
convince you that
Hold
you
on,
are
sir.
African.
Hold on, sir. Before you got dropped down because you didn't respond. Sir, can you prove to me that we're African? We come from Africa.
What?
Can you prove to
Let's
us?
just go with that narrative. We are
No,
not
no, 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 no,
African,
no.
and if
We
that's what
don't
you want to hear.
that's like hold on, don't crash out. I know it's painful. Listen, one thing about black if you are you okay? Hell. One thing about the Black Americans, we don't follow narratives. That's why we the revolutionaries we are. So here's your chance. I'm giving you time. Prove to us we're African.
I was just going. I was going with basic history. If that's
No,
not good
no,
enough to
no, no, no,
understand,
no,
and African
no,
Americans have developed their own
sir,
culture,
sir.
their own style, so it's perfectly
Listen,
fine
I
if
don't want to hear nothing else. So do you take it back? Do you take what you said back, and I'll let it go? You can unmute. Do you take it back? Yeah.
Just say I'm wrong.
You want to address the prompt, Derek?
Yeah, yeah.
You a
They
black
know,
American.
yeah, they know we not African, man, and I believe that just like they said, it's an agenda, it's a game, and you can't run game on us because we created it. We created everything, and they're the followers, and they're being told that they're going to get citizenship. You can be this and that and the other. And it goes back to what I was saying today. I don't believe anything YT people say in the world because they will go to such extremes to keep a lie going. Just like they were saying that we were from Africa. You had Jesse Jackson talking about you African American. And it's like, where did that come from? Because my grandmother passed at 101 and she's from down south. And she said, well, I ain't no African and and I'm doing my lineage now and finding out that we got people that's been down here forever. And I'm not even done. I'm just starting. I flew from LA and went to Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, Indiana, and I'm just like tripping. It's like this lie has been told, and just like Hitler said, the best way you can get people to believe a lie is to keep repeating it. And that's what we've been doing for so long and told for so long. Just like with the land here, this is our land. They know it, and they had you know about Walter Plecker and doing what he did and reclassifying us. And I just found out something recently that 49% of the people that are supposed to be, the Red Indians that came through the Bering Strait, that are supposed to be native to this land. We already know they from Mongolia, Asia, European DNA, but the reason they don't do DNA tests and want to go through paperwork is because it can be manipulated. And I found out that 49% of the people in those tribes in Southern California are not even, they're white people because they got so light, they Justin Timberlake light. And I said, well, wait a minute. And I said, how are you living on the reservation? And he said, oh, I am, whatever tribe he said he was from, blah, blah, blah. So they've been gaming too long, and it's just time that everything that's done in the dark is exposed. They know we're too sharp now, and we're getting sharper and sharper by the decade. And love, I appreciate you doing what you do. I'm gonna land my plane. Oh, and one more thing. He said, "What is the animosity?" They know there's no animosity against them. They don't even count. They don't even exist in our head. We're in their head. And just like I said, it's a mind game control thing where they can get up on these panels and try to waste our time because you gave him more than enough time to prove his point, and he's sitting up there looking on Google and looking stupid. I land my plane.
All right, thank you. All right, we can have open panel for a while before we wrap up.
Yes, can I just add on to what the brother just spoke about how on a lot of these reservations they basically have been whitewashed. Here's the thing, y'all. Some native groups go by blood quantum, some native groups go by DNA. So blood quantum means that you have documented lineage going back to some sort of census for the tribe, versus DNA goes by how much percentage of your DNA is native. Now here's the thing, y'all. In both cases, this is so diabolical what I'm about to say, but like in both cases, these are both instruments of white supremacy, because before white supremacy got here, they didn't even go by blood quantum. It went by relationship. Who is your mama? Who are you related to? That's what made you a member of the tribe or not. You could leave one tribe, join another tribe. You could if it was like, yo, who know you? Like where you from? That's what made you, what land were you from, right? That's what made you a part of the tribe. But then YT people came here and then they started doing all these Dawes rolls and all these different, I think it's Chapman roll, I think it was. They started doing all these blood quantums. But here's the thing, it's so diabolical. These type of systems, right? They were doomed to fail from the beginning because people don't realize, again, back to the earlier statement I made about how people don't understand how DNA works. You inherit a certain amount of DNA from each parent, and each generation inherits less and less DNA. So eventually, if you allow a bunch of white YT people to integrate into your tribe, eventually you're going to inherit less and less DNA from your native origin. Eventually, you're going to get just white people. And that's what people don't understand. And that's why if you notice some of these tribes, they're now moving away from like the blood quantum model and just going by descent model, because they know that their tribes have been mixing with YT people for so long and they're inheriting less and less native DNA. So they can't really do blood quantum a lot of times. So now they're trying to switch. But notice how in every situation, they try to exclude those who have our phenotype, who look like us in every situation. It's all white supremacists down, tools. It's insane. It's really insane. But yeah, a lot of them, they're all mixed up. Again, you inherit less and less DNA from each generation. Within, I think, 7 generations, you only inherit like 2% of your DNA from your 7th generation ancestor, right? So it was always doomed to fail. But it just goes to show how deeply ingrained this white supremacy is in our systems. And I'll land my plane.
Yeah, love. Thank you so much for having me up here. America, thank you so much. Nettie Boo, thank you so much.
You're welcome,
Mr. J,
Dreamer.
thank you so much. No, I just wanted to land here. I think, honestly, like, the a lot of times, like, as Africans, Black Caribbeans, we can be a little ignorant, but like we can be ignorant because we also had our own oppression done to us. But I think it's something that we can teach, something that you guys can teach. Yeah, I do a great job. Yeah, I see it all the time. Yeah, allow immigrants, black immigrants, they come up on your panel, love, and you show humbleness, and you're really one of the great TikTok. America does the same thing. She's a nice person too. She allows people to come up and she respects them, and you do a great job. But a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, when immigrants do come up, it's a little like tension and stuff like that. But yeah, I do a great job. I think just keep doing that and like keep educating people, and it's gonna do so much like to all of us. Like you educated me so much, so I appreciate all of y'all.
Thank you, Dreamer. No
Thank you,
problem.
Dreamer. I can say you've come a long way. You've come a
Yes.
long way.
Yes,
Hey,
he has.
Miss Love, do you
Yes, he
mind if
has.
I turn my camera on and actually show y'all something and ask y'all
Yeah,
y'all
go
opinion?
ahead. I'll put you on the big screen.
Yeah, go ahead. How do I turn it around? Okay. What those 2 kids look like to y'all?
They look indigenous to me.
Right. They look like indigenous children. That little boy looked like my son.
That's my daddy and my aunt.
Yep. That little boy, he looks like one of my sons.
His great grandmother is
With
cherry,
them ears
full-blooded
and
Cherokee.
everything, honey. Ooh.
That's my dad and my aunt.
Oh yeah, he got them ears.
Do y'all see any African in
No,
that?
absolutely not.
That's all I wanted to show y'all.
So beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out how to switch it back. Oh, what happened? Oh, Mika, I'm trying to put you back in your spot. Okay. Okay. Dotis, we got Dotis up here.
Hey, you
You just
American.
up here, you ain't even said nothing. Hey.
Hey, I wasn't called. I know. Don't nobody. I don't come off my mic.
Yeah. He just sit here and cry.
You're right. It don't take me too long to learn. And
Hey.
definitely, I want to say thank you to you and Love's World for the mission. Because when the rest of us find out, oh man, they in trouble. And I wanted to speak to what you didn't speak to, but I get why you probably didn't say certain things because it's on TikTok. But when I just saw earlier today about the Obama signing that African American bill, it slid right up under us that we didn't see. Man, my heart dropped. And then I remembered something, the math. 400 years, this is to what you were saying. At 400 was in 2019. The old maps says Judah land, which will make us, I can't say the word, the true. And I just wanted to say that.
I'm already knowing. That's what I said.
Want,
I don't listen to them.
yeah, we had migrated there. They were catching immigrants. They
Well,
were
the
catching
thing,
people. I'm sorry.
yeah. Well, the thing about it is this: they took people from there. Uh, it was not Africa,
Right.
and they also transported people over to South America. And we would like to think that South America, Africa, and all that stuff is far away. It's not that far. Africa, you guys, is not that far from us. But they make it seem like it by the way they position these maps. Mexico is not far from us. You know, none of these little country islands and stuff, they're not far from us at all. But it's the way they position these maps. And then when they started to change the maps and everything, they made it look like there was a distance like that, but there's really not. So they didn't. And let me tell you another thing too. They said that they took what was it? What they say they took how many slaves? They said they took something million, a couple million slaves. That was absolutely impossible because when you do the math, and one of those ships could only carry only a couple hundred thousand slaves. The trip that it took on the 12.5 million. But when you do the math, it says that the voyage, first of all, the ship only holds about 300,000, right? Slaves at a time. In order to do that trip in 2 to 3 weeks travel, right? That would have had to been over 5,000 some odd over 5,000 trips
Years.
would be,
Okay.
thank you. That would have been thank you. Thank you, Netaboo. Yeah, the math ain't mathing. We were already here and recorded by that time. We were already in on the census and everything. And then it would still be going on right now if that were the case. That would have been over 5,000 years. So no, that they lied about a lot of stuff and people don't use common sense and don't sit down and put two and two together. And that's the problem too.
Right. And what truly happened too is when the immigrants that they brought over here and mixed with the
Okay, hold on, y'all. We got
indigenous
Johnny. Hold on, dude. We got Johnny here.
Dottis, it's Dottis, y'all.
Dottis. Oh, okay. Dottis. Okay, Johnny. Hey.
Hey, what's up, love world? Hey, you
Hey.
know, I don't care what you is,
Johnny, a Black
FBA,
American. Johnny, you want
yeah,
to
Black
address the part?
American, descendant of slave. What makes Black Americans Africans? Okay. Oh, that's why y'all was talking about that. Okay. Yeah. I believe that dark skinned people have been on this continent since human beings been over here because the sun been over here beaming sun rays on skin, which makes skin dark. Like, I don't know what kind of dark skinned human being you were in Mississippi, Alabama in 1300 or 800, but it was dark skinned human beings in this continent since the sun been beaming on them cotton fields. With that being said, I don't care if you're indigenous, FBA, Pan African, or whatever you are, you need to go out there and you need to support Black people. Keisha Lance Bottoms, John Jones, John James, and Byron Donalds. If you're not, you're a traitor to the community. I don't care what happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and support a sister, Keisha Lance Bottoms. If you know you don't want to do MAGA, that's cool. But Keisha Lance Bottoms is your sister. If you don't support Keisha Lance Bottoms, you ain't talking about shit. Ain't nothing you saying out your mouth is worth a motherfucking thing, because you won't get your scary ass out there in them streets and support Keisha Lance Bottoms for real. What you're talking about means nothing. Okay, go out there and get your hands dirty. Stop being a sale gangster. Stop being an Instagram model. Okay, out there, go out there and support Keisha Lance Bottoms for the governor of Georgia, man. That's your sister, baby. Shout out Wright Street. Shout out ATL. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go out there, get that W, make sure Keisha Lance Bottoms win, baby. We get Georgia and Florida black governor. Is you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing to think about. Sometimes you gotta get out the past, man. Let the past, let the past rest, man. Go out here and try to make something happen for the future. Go out here and try to make something happen now. Create the future. Don't let those suffer in the past. And I land my plane.
No. Can I rebut?
And I was
Are
gonna
you
say the
from Atlanta? Do you live in Atlanta?
I did 10 years in Georgia. I did 10 years in the Chang'an in Georgia. I caught my case in Atlanta.
Okay, that's chain gang different. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, Grady baby and everything. Some people may have some doubts about Keisha Lansbottom only because she was the mayor of Atlanta and she quit mid mid-term because she couldn't handle the stress. Now, if she couldn't handle the stress from the white tea people, from being the mayor of Atlanta, how is she gonna handle it? I love Keisha Lance Bottoms. We hated when she left. But she quit mid-term because she said she was stressed out at what these people was doing to her. So some people may have their doubts because of that. But I'm pretty sure most people are going to support her. So if you're not in that state, you probably shouldn't speak on that state's politics. And people don't want Byron Donalds in there because he's spoken against Black Americans. So you might
So,
want
so
to.
what you going to vote for the white man? You ain't going to vote. That's
Ain't
tied.
nobody saying that. First of all,
Yeah,
I'm
you
not in
vote for it
Atlanta
because
right
she
now.
there. Yeah, you vote for it because she there.
I'm not in Atlanta right now.
Yeah,
I'm in LA. But
Obama
I'm
mother
just
was white.
telling you,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
What difference
just
does it
telling
make?
Johnny,
you
let her
why some
finish and you
people,
can come
like
back.
for real, you're not in prison no more, bro. All that prison babble, you need to cut that
So
out.
you gonna vote for
Anyway,
you supporting the white man?
didn't I
That's who
just
you
tell
support.
your dumb ass I was in LA so I can't vote anyway? If you shut
But
the
you can
fuck up,
support
you would
her.
have
You can
heard that.
support her. You
I
still
just said
can support her though.
I said people still support her. You asking why people went, and I'm telling you what the doubt come from.
and Johnny, you
You
listen
ain't in
I
here.
don't
fucking
care about
prison
the
no
doubt.
more, and you're not in prison anymore, Damon.
I don't care about the doubt though. That's some weak shit. You
What
support her. Period.
Johnny, shut your ass up. I'm about to mute you. Because you always come up here with this prison politics. Shut your ass up. Secondly, we're not voting for anybody that goes against the interests of our people. I don't give a shit what color her damn skin is. I don't care if she was darker than the when it turned, there's no more sun. I don't give a shit. Okay? If she's going against whatever our agenda is and she doesn't support reparations, she can go to hell too.
If
So
y'all don't
I
vote,
don't care what.
y'all opinion don't mean nothing, man. Y'all ain't out here
Listen,
voting.
and
Which I
an opinion is a thought, okay? That's just being verbally communicated. Let's be clear. Okay? So my opinions matter. And secondly, like I said, if she's voting against our best interests, she could go to hell too. And you can go with her, Johnny.
yeah, if you don't
Because
vote for
if
Keisha,
you want to keep going against our people like this, if she doesn't support reparations or the betterment of your people, why the hell would you go against your people? You don't even make
Keisha
sense.
my people. Keisha Lance Bottoms is
I
my
don't
people.
give
And
a
can
shit
you
who
even
she
vote?
is.
You did 10
Yeah,
years.
I can
Are
vote.
you a
Yeah, I can
felon?
vote.
Can
Yeah, I
you
can vote.
vote?
Yeah, I'm a felon and I
Mm.
can vote. Yeah, I got my voter's registration card in my pocket. You want to see
Did
it?
you graduate high school?
Yeah, I got 3 master's degrees. I graduated from Johns Hopkins and NYU.
No, you need to
Yeah.
talk like it and stop doing all that
No,
prison
I got the
babble and
paperwork. I
talking
ain't gotta
over
talk.
people.
I ain't gotta
People
talk
from
like
Johns
nothing.
Hopkins, they know how
Yeah,
to have
I
a
got the
debate without
degree.
talking
Yeah, I
over people.
graduated.
I
You
can
got
bear.
too much.
I doubt that.
Hey, Johnny, what the hell? I'm telling you, you need to stop fooling around with these damn people, man. You need to
With the
get with a black
Asians.
woman. Something is wrong.
All right, y'all. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube chat. Shout out to my mods. Thank God for them. And thank God for you all. Shout out to all the gifters. We're going to be wrapping it up so I can get some rest. I'm in the process of moving and getting things together. So, it is what it is. So I will see you guys tomorrow Thanks for coming, everybody.
Good night. Thank you
Good
for the
night.
gifts.
Good
Thanks for the
night.
chat.
All right, bye.
Bye, y'all.
Thank
Good
you.
night, everyone.